What's up, motherfuckers?
That was so cool.
Doing the Showtime buttons, letting you people know that we are actually a show now and no longer just a podcast.
That's so awesome.
Doing the thing. The delay sucks.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it still shows, it's on my screen over here, it still shows the starting soon thing. There we are.
How many people are in the chat right now?
Currently 124 viewers.
Can you swap this over to the
Do you want to see YouTube
screen?
instead?
Yeah, I like seeing the numbers.
Let's see if I can do that easily. Nope. That was not the right button. How about that one? Did that work for you?
Yes.
I lost OBS though, so there we go. That should do.
That's so cool.
Well, we're live.
We are live.
We are here.
Doing the thing. How's everybody's... Oh, 9-year-old fan says hi.
What's up, 9-year-old fan?
Anything you want to talk about before we get into the restitution?
I mean, there are things that I would like to discuss. We did go to the camera store today.
We did go to the camera store. There was a whole debacle today. I like how happy you are.
Dude, I am fucking on cloud 9 right now.
I can tell, yeah.
I have wanted to go to the camera store for weeks, and I have put it off because I knew that I would spend a whole lot of money if I went. Mm-hmm. And the camera that we're currently using on you, which is not recording right now, which means the focus could go off. It would help if I did that. Oh, taking pictures. That. Too excited over all the new toys. Anyways, while we were recording episode 26 today for the podcast, my Sony a7R IV kept turning off.
Yeah.
And because it kept turning off from overheating issues, I was like, fuck it, let's go buy the A7S III because that's what I've been wanting.
Yes. I'm just fixing my glasses chain. There's a lot of hair.
Yeah, I see that. So we went there and we were like, okay, so how much are we spending? Like, what do we think we're going to spend? And I was like, I'm comfortable spending 10 to 15 grand today. Cards paid off, blah, blah, blah. And I got in there and I had Skip go and grab the A7S III and the FX3 and like lenses and all this shit. And I've got all these things on the countertops. I'm like, I also need a tripod and a fucking cage for the camera. And I don't really need memory cards. Do you have shotgun mics? And like, it was like an hour and a half. You were like a
kid in a candy store.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half while we were doing everything. Mm-hmm. I just want to show this off, guys. Look at this motherfucker. Look at it.
Beefy.
Look at it. I am fucking so stoked right now. I have to order the shotgun mic still. Mm-hmm. And then obviously I got to put batteries in it for the XLR thing. And I got to get a 6-inch XLR cable so I don't have a giant XLR cable coming off the camera. Mm. When we do John Hogan's house for the plant stuff.
Yes. We're using that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That thing, dude, the fucking lens capabilities on that, I got a 28 to 135. So like it really has it's a G Master lens. So it's not cheap glass. But I can zoom and it'll hold focus. Mm. Right now, that's not how the cameras work. If I'm using a telephoto zoom and I'm on an A7R and I have to zoom in, I have to refocus the camera. I can be at 28 millimeters zoomed way the fuck out, ultra wide, focus on your face and go all the way to 135 and it'll keep focus on your face all the way down.
I saw that when he showed you.
The fucking camera nerd in me is freaking out right now.
I love that.
So pumped.
I got to knit a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to die in that camera store. My blood sugar dropped and I was not okay.
You were looking pretty rough.
Yep. So how's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
All right. So everybody on TikTok, we are currently live on YouTube. To be better, we are going over the apology language, making restitution tonight. We prioritize super chats. So if you send a $50 super chat, we answer your question midstream. Mm-hmm. We read all super chats at the end, and then we typically spend about an hour just chatting with you guys.
Yep.
So if you want to be a part of the conversation, shoot over to YouTube because I will not be paying much attention to the chat over here.
I would like to point out that I spent way less than I intended to spend.
Yes, I was fully prepared for you to spend $10,000.
I was banking on closer to 15.
Yeah.
I had it all mathed out in my head, and I was like, that's before taxes. And I got out of there for under $8,000.
Yes.
Which
you
is
did.
not a common occurrence when I go to the camera store.
Yeah.
I want to play with that thing so fucking bad.
If you came to me and was like, it's $15,000, I've been like, okay, that's not what we discussed. We're going to have to step outside and regroup.
I'd be like, but please, babe, it's only another $5,000.
I would have asked for 2 brownies from Chick-fil-A.
That shit's funny.
I got nothing.
No?
No.
Do you want to talk about the new schedule changes at all? Or do you want to just wait and let that go live on 26?
I think it's worth talking about the schedule changes.
Okay. Well, you have TikTok on you, so you have right at that. The pressure's on. Oh, no. Hey, guys, how's our audio?
You guys are going to realize how little I pay attention.
Yeah.
So I'll have you have your answer.
Okay.
Question answered.
Do you guys remember last week how everybody kept going, fix your sound, it's so low, blah, 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 blah? I think AJ and I got our sound fixed. So if you guys should have no issues hearing us. Mm-hmm. And if you do, tell me so that I can change settings. But I'm almost positive everyone is where they need to be in terms of sound.
Oh, people popping in from TikTok. Hell yeah. I see you, Melanie. Okay. New schedule.
Yeah.
So we are keeping our premieres Mondays at 11 a.m. EST. So that's going to be the same. Mainly Chris is in the live chat. That's my dedicated cleaning day. So you guys can have a back and forth with Chris in the chat and just talk about things that are going on. Every now and again, I'll pop in for 5 or 10 minutes when I have a break. Tuesdays, we have nothing going on. Wednesdays, we are going to start doing our book breakdowns, which is currently the side piece.
Sideshow.
It's showing. The side show is currently pre-recorded. We're just going to start doing those live Wednesday at
11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
11 a.m. EST.
So for everybody that's been wanting us to do live streams during the day, during the week,
Yes.
starting this Wednesday coming up, we will be doing them at 11 a.m.
Oh my God, that is this Wednesday.
Yep. 6 days from now.
That's happening. Thursdays, we have nothing going on.
Other than the live streams that we do every Thursday night at 7 p.m.
That's what we're doing right now.
It currently is. That is correct.
Wow.
The side piece is going to get a name change, and that is going to continue to be a Friday 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time release on both YouTube and the podcast.
Yes.
The side piece, though it is getting a new name, is going to have the same tone. And I got to be honest, we uploaded episode 11.5 as a bonus cast on YouTube, and it'll go live tomorrow, I believe. Actually, I might have actually put it live already on the podcasts. Tomorrow, episode 12, the dating episode, comes out. AJ and I both believe that the dating episode is one of the best episodes we've recorded in a long time.
Okay.
He's super pumped for it. He thinks that we're going to fucking knock it out of the park tomorrow. 13 and 14 have that same conversation piece where we go from courting, dating, to things are starting to get serious. Where are the boundaries getting set? What does it look like to move in? When are you starting making preparations for marriage? Blah, 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 blah. So we are, the next 3 Fridays, I am fucking ecstatic for the release is over.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow when we finish episode 26, because our shit shut down, we also need to record the traditional values episode for the side piece that talks about our personal beliefs of traditional values and gender roles in a marriage.
Yeah, and what that looks like for us.
Yep.
And then Sunday nights, we're going to start going live.
7 p.m.
YouTube, 7 p.m. And we are going to be doing expedited emails. So we have noticed that people are joining our Patreon purely to get their email read. Once their email is read, they cancel their pledge and we never see them again. We are currently so backlogged that you're waiting months at a time to get your email read. So instead of having you guys join Patreon, waiting Sunday nights for $50 in a super chat, we will read your email live and we'll be able to interact with you in the chat and to kind of discuss things and go back and forth.
Yeah. And it'll be 3 to 4 emails. We got to record a disclaimer too.
Yeah.
So that when we get in there, we can press a button. The disclaimer will play, which I'm pretty sure I can program into Stream Deck so that I can just push the button. The video will pop up. It'll play and then it'll go away. That will be our disclaimer every time so that people know what they're getting into with that. But we've had a lot of people offer to pay to have their emails read in advance because they don't want to wait 3 months or 4 months to have their shit read.
Correct.
So, and
we're on the same page about the live calls. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to start doing live calls, guys. I'm sprinkling the salt.
Yeah.
I backed off a little bit to make sure I was sprinkling the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to start doing live calls. 150 an hour. It can be you. It can be you and your partner, you and your mom.
Whoever.
We will have to be on bullet points, though. This is not a hangout session. This is not a bullshit about our lives. This is not, okay, so what did you do this weekend?
Right. It's an actual coaching call.
This is a coaching call. We were going to work with you, problem solve to improve the quality of your life.
Yeah. We are working through the fine details of that. When that's actually figured out, we will be able to set up a link on the website, which you will be able to fill out a document. Once the document is filled out and submitted to us, we can view the document, make sure that what you're trying to do is not going to be a waste of your time or money, and then we will send a way for you to submit payment, and we will move forward with scheduling the call.
Yes.
And doing the thing. So we are, dude, we're fucking doing the shit. Everything is growing. I'm in a super, super dope spot right now mentally.
Yeah. Before you keep going, everybody asking what the podcast name is, it is To Be Better on all platforms. The number 2, Be Better. You can Google it and it will pull up everything you're looking for. Continue.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Not really. I think we covered everything we needed to cover. So, we are also doing vlogs.
Yeah, we started doing vlogs.
But that's only in Discord.
Yeah, Discord only gets access to those vlogs right now. You've done 2 of them. I've done 1.
Mm-hmm.
Both of yours have been pretty profound.
I wouldn't go that far.
I feel like mine is just stoner bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
You want to jump into the love languages or the apology languages?
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, apology languages, Gary Chapman, Jennifer Thomas. They're on TikTok. This is what we are currently going over. It is the 5 apology languages. If you want better quality or you want to be part of the conversation, as I said prior, go to our YouTube channel, the number 2, Be Better. That's where we're going to start interacting with chats. I won't be able to see you guys over here because I'm not going to pay attention. All right. So, making restitution. Restitution is the act of returning something that is lost or stolen to its proper owner. So, in apologies, how does that work? Because you haven't physically taken something from somebody, right?
I mean, not physically.
Right. What you have taken from them is their trust in you. You have taken away you've taken away your loyalty from them. Something was damaged in the aspect of the foundation of the relationship that you have to make amends for and give back. That is what you're making restitution for. Don't laugh at me. I'm self-conscious. Stop. So, there is a professor. His name is Everett Worthington. Love that name. And he says that restitution means that you are equalizing something. You know, like something in the universe is out of whack. You're equalizing the energy so it's at balance again. So he says to offer restitution is to equalize the balance of justice. Any hurt or offense causes the person who is hurt to lose something. Perhaps he or she loses self-esteem, self-respect, or a tangible benefit, such as I offended you in front of your boss and you lose a promotion opportunity. So it is an act of kindness for the transgressor to offer to make up for that loss. Any thoughts?
Nope, none yet.
Okay. So this apology language, if you are with somebody whose apology language is making restitution, this is all about saying, I'm sorry that I did this to you. What can I do to show you that I still love you? So for people who do have the making restitution as their apology language need, to apologize to them, you have to incorporate their love language.
Why are you speaking to me in Italian? What is this?
How I speak? I don't know. I use my hands to talk. Now I'm self-conscious.
I just thought it was funny.
Oh, Archie's in the chat.
Right on.
Okay. Any questions about what I just said?
Nope.
So for those of you who don't know what love languages are, you're fucking slacking.
Yeah, because we've covered that already. Keep up.
I'm going to need you to get it together and figure out what your significant other's love language is. Making restitution to somebody you're in a relationship with cannot be achieved without understanding their love language. So if there is zero intimacy in your relationship at all, there's going to be no apology that is going to make them go, okay, they're sincerely sorry. Same page? Neat.
Super duper, buddy.
So the rest of this is pretty much talking about the love languages and how to incorporate them into apologies.
Okay.
And then we're going to be done because this was a super short chapter.
Okay, that works.
So the first one is words of affirmation. Who can tell me what words of affirmation is? Who paid attention?
Well, I mean, if you're waiting for an answer, you're going to be a minute because there's like a minute delay.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to quench my parchment. I said fucking parchment. I'm parched.
Are you sure it's not the paper?
So I'm going to quench it.
Okay.
And I feel like that was enough of me blubbering to give them the minute that they needed. God. It wasn't. I'm just watching it now, yeah. All right. I'm going to look at TikTok. Do you guys know what words of affirmation is for a love language? I'm not giving you guys my zodiac sign. You guys are going to start mapping my charts and shit, and I feel like that's invasive.
Audra Tyler said, pick me, giving words to reaffirm your love. Compliments. Somebody else said positive verbal response.
Yes, that's good.
Words of affirmation equal recognition and positive response. I appreciate you. Verbal communication that is encouraging and lift.
TikTok's nailing it.
Speaking reminders into your partner that they are encouraging, that are encouraging and loving and inspiring. Somebody said you look beautiful today. No, wrong. She looks beautiful every day. You take that back, fix it in the chat, and don't do that again unless you're going to come correct. Beautiful every day.
You got so aggressive.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Toss.
So, yes, everybody is pretty much correct. Words of affirmation is positive, uplifting words that focus on personality, behavior, dress, life wins, beauty, anything that's going to make them feel good about their existence in life. So, an example from the book was, I know my husband is truly sorry when he apologizes with a lot of positive words. Example, I can't believe I hurt you the way I did. You're such an amazing, wonderful person. You didn't deserve that from me.
Okay.
Boom. Give it in a bow. Nice apology, right? That was a very blanket apology. You guys know your significant others better. Do better than just, you're neat. I'm sorry.
You're neat?
Yeah. Okay. So, acts of service. Acts of service is serving dinner. Bringing your plate to the table. Knowing that you're wrapped up in a bunch of legal shit for the shop, so I bring the trash cans up for you.
Teamwork.
Right. Little acts of service for you to know that I am thinking about you and I'm trying to make your life just a little bit easier and I'm expressing my love to you. There was a point in the book where he was talking about an apology language that is tied into acts of services. I know he's sorry when he goes out of his way to vacuum for me. I know she's sorry because she made a point to go buy my favorite snack when she ran to the gas station to go to the bathroom. That's less of an act of service and more of a gift.
Yeah, I agree. Somebody keeps saying that your camera is blurry.
My camera?
But I'm looking at your camera and it doesn't look blurry to me. The only thing I can think of is that it keeps focusing on your microphone.
So receiving gifts like that one that I just said, a Snickers bar. You guys just had an argument in the car. Wife might have overreacted just a little bit, runs inside to go to the bathroom, buys a Snickers bar, comes back out and goes, I'm sorry. Here's your favorite snack. It's me, and then here's some chocolate. And of course, quality time, which is mine. So if you truly want to apologize for whatever transgression you have caused me, take me to a zoo.
A zoo?
Take me kayaking. Take me in a car ride while it's raining. Sit in the bathtub with me.
I'm really glad that I don't have to really ever apologize to you for shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, because going to the zoo and kayaking is not fun for me. So the zoo was fun. We enjoyed the zoo when we went.
I do like the zoo. We can go to a museum.
Kayaks just don't do it. It's too hot. Sky cancer happens. It's just not a good thing.
Go to Corkscrew Preserve.
Take pictures.
I like musicals.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I
had so much fun.
I looked over while you were watching the Sister Act, and like the first half of it, I was just not feeling it. And I looked over, and you were shit-eating grin, just cheesing.
I was bopping with it too. Like I was getting it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun for me. So quality time. Apologize. Plan a little sunset picnic. Quality time. Spend time with your person. Undivided attention. Put the phone away for a little bit. And then physical touch. If you don't know physical touch, I don't know how to help you. You literally just have to touch them. I'm sorry and give them a hug. Give them a kiss.
Smack the booty.
Dance in the kitchen a little bit. That's it. You just have restitution. Show them you still love them. Any questions?
That was a really short one.
It really was. That's really all it is. It's tying in your apology with their love language.
With their love language.
With their love language. Yes. Highlight there.
How many more of these apology languages do we have left?
We have 2 more. We have plan change and then requesting forgiveness.
Yeah. So we are going to be doing choice theory for our next book written by William Glasser. So for those of you who want to follow along or get ahead for what we're doing in terms of books, that's the next one. I am super, super pumped for that.
Me too. That was a super short apology language.
See, AJ just sent me a screenshot too and said her camera is super blurry, but other people are saying that it's not. It keeps autofocusing in and out.
Is there something I need to change?
No. Well, anytime your hand goes up in front of the camera, it's going to try to focus on your hand.
Oh, no.
But having the microphone directly in front of your face is going to do that too, because it tries to focus in on your face.
Is that better?
Yeah. I mean, it looks fine to me. I haven't seen it breathing. I can turn the autofocus off if I have to.
Okay.
I'm not super worried about that though. What you doing?
I'm folding my paper a certain way in my notebook so I know where I'm at.
Okay.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
Because I thought you were getting ready to read something out of your handy dandy notebook there, since we're only 25 minutes in and we're done with the apology language already.
I don't know.
10 minutes of our episode was the apology language. The rest of it has been us bullshitting this whole time.
Yeah, that really wasn't a long one at all. Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah. So AJ might be moving to Florida pretty soon.
Crazy. Shut up.
Yep. He is talking to the VA, trying to get his loans in order so that he can build down here. And I know that like 3 months ago I was like, he'll be here in a year. now that he's actually taking steps, I can say
He might actually be here in a year.
within a year. Yeah. Yep. It's wild, right?
That is pretty crazy.
Our new t-shirts are in production. I think we're going to do the t-shirt release for Ego Kills Talent on the 15th.
It will be a Thursday.
Yep. Excited for that too.
Feel very unprepared for this live.
It's not that it's unprepared. We just didn't have a whole lot to discuss. I have to swap screens because I need my window over here instead of OBS so that I can actually look at shit that AJ's sending.
Okay.
So you're going to get OBS.
That's fine.
And I'm going to get YouTube back on my other screen. Boom.
My mind went chicka chicka.
Boom, boom. Want to read some super chats?
Yeah.
We got one from Zach that says hashtag pay off the credit card. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
thank you.
Spent $700-800 a day on a fucking camera and lens. Jordan sent $9.99. Cody Cox sent $19.99 and says you are amazing. Cody is currently the top spot for donations. Great Wolf Tactical says y'all like and share the video every day. Polly said, so I'm getting a notebook solely dedicated to things y'all have taught me. Thanks for doing the good work. Here's $5 to help pay off Chris's credit card bill. Thank you. Michaela Johnson said, thank you guys. Just left my 4-year relationship today and I'm trying to stay strong through it. Thank y'all for showing me the way to love myself and how to love the correct way. And then Amanda Barrett said, can't make it rain. So here's a little trinkle, $2.
I love that.
Nikki sent $5. Julia sent Sweden $27. I don't know what their currency is, but she said, thanks for everything. Love from Sweden. You, this person said that they left a 4-year relationship today. We had a couple episodes or a couple emails that we've been reading lately, and we've been talking really heavy about dating for longevity and marriage versus dating to date. I wonder how much of that was involved in that situation.
You mean the longevity?
Mm-hmm. Nikki said, moving to Florida on Monday. Love the live. Can't do a bunch, but here's a tiny drop. $5. Where are you moving to in Florida? It's hot here. You don't want to live here.
Yeah, it is pretty. If I didn't already live here, I wouldn't move here, to be honest.
Well, this is super uneventful.
Yeah.
AD said, or AD, I don't know. I finally finished all the episodes on Spotify after listening daily for over a month. I'm going to have to go through Patreon and see what I haven't watched yet. If you have only been listening on Spotify, you're missing hundreds of hours of content that's on YouTube.
YouTube is insane. It's really crazy to think about how much content we've pushed out in such a short amount of time.
It is when you really think about it. Oh, got another super chat.
Super chat.
Curious to see if anybody's going to knock Cody off the super chat box. Oop. Do you want to do any emails or anything tonight?
I mean, we can. I'm gonna have to get my iPad.
91 Liz 09 said, you guys are amazing. Your relationship has motivated me to be a better wife every day. I can't wait for you to have the time to read my email. Much love. Well, we are live right now, so if anybody would like to have your email read in advance, $50 super chat.
We have Zeke's box to open.
Oh! That made me so nervous with your soda sitting there.
Okay.
While you're doing that,
oh. Ooh. Okay, so This is a gift from somebody in the Discord who is super dedicated to the Discord and is a massive part of the community. The Discord would not be what it is without this man. And apparently, him and I had a conversation about something that he was going to send, and I have zero recollection of what is inside of this box. No idea. And I'm hyped, and he's hyped, and everybody in the Discord's hyped. So, is he in the chat?
He is. Yeah, he's here.
He's here?
He just gave a super
Okay.
chat. I would like to point out that at one point there was a discussion of him possibly sending Blood Oath number 8.
Right.
And subconsciously I was like, there might be whiskey at the post office. There's definitely not whiskey in that box.
I hope you never get that bottle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're super salty.
I want you to have all the happiness in the world. I really do. And I love
Just
seeing
not
you
that?
smile. I fought people for that. Yeah. I was watching countdowns and shit and made
Yeah.
sure that you're like, yeah, no, just cancel it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to spend $800 on a bottle of whiskey.
Okay. So I'm going to open the box.
All right, you do that.
Oh, it's upside down.
That's good. It looks like a canvas print of some sort.
It does.
It's going to be a picture of a butt
Stop.
with a butt tattoo on it.
I'm going to take off the plastic. That way I can get the full effect. Oh, this is wood. Do you want to see it first?
You can look at it first.
Okay.
Well, she wicked witch laughed.
I love this. With arms wide open under the sunlight. Welcome to this place. It's the Creed song.
Yeah. That's funny.
And he put "To Be Better" on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
This is amazing.
It's funny.
This makes me really happy. Can I hang this behind me? Is this what I can have on my wall?
If that's what you want to put there,
It is.
I'll hang it tomorrow.
That was amazing. The whole conversation just came flooding back to me.
Yeah.
I can't believe he followed through on that.
That's funny.
That was great.
So we got some super chats to read while you put the box away.
Okay.
David O-Ring said $1.99 with nothing in it. Nikki said Melbourne, she's a teacher, husband's a cop. Lorraine sent $8, said saw your video on taking sacrifice for goals. And apologies, but my new goal in 2 years' time is to buy a home. Sacrificing a lot, but will never give your pot up. Love that. Angela Bartolone, it's raining.
It is raining, yeah.
Said 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a super chat war. Let's go.
She laid it down.
KKN66 for $19.99 said to help with the camera. Zach said $20. Fine. Get the F out of here, Cody. It's box time.
$69.98.
KKN66 is
Yes.
holding that top spot. Bella $4.99. You guys saved my perspective and relationship. Love you guys. KKN66 for $49.99 says okay here, Cody Fox. Sorry. Julia Erickson said, I just wanted to say goodnight to both of you. It's 2 a.m. in Sweden, and I just got off of work. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for watching and staying up with us as late as you did. That's
Have
dope.
a good night.
Angela Bartolone said $10.01. I love that it's 10.01 because it
Yes.
looks like a face.
Very nice, yeah.
Says nope. Yep. That tickled you, huh?
I can't get over it. Yeah, I'm very... That, and have you ever heard of the argument of she came down in a bubble, Doug? The Wizard of Oz argument.
No.
You've never heard that? Their whole exchange has been put on like t-shirts and shit. That'd be dope to have the two side by side, the two silliest things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. You've never heard that?
Nope.
If I was still getting stupid shit tattooed on my body, that's something I would get tattooed on
I'm really
me.
glad that you're not doing that anymore.
Yeah. I love it when people recognize. I feel connected to everybody who understood that reference just then. That was fantastic.
Somebody said my man says I talk about the podcast too much. I disagree with that. He just doesn't listen enough.
Yes, I concur.
When we went to the camera store today, I walked in, and I've known these people for like a decade.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he's like, hey, how's it going, Chris? You know, we're talking for a minute, and I'm trying to get TikTok to do its thing, and there's no fucking signal in the store for me for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you guys got a TikTok so I can tag you in what I just recorded outside? And he's like, no, but what's your TikTok? I'll follow you. And I gave it to him. He's like, oh my God, you got almost 1 million subscribers or followers? I was like, yeah. He's like, when did that happen? I was like 6 months ago. I don't know. Like, we fucking blew up overnight.
Yeah.
He followed us.
That's
kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Somebody said my man says that too. He thinks I'm being brainwashed.
Okay.
Yep, we're brainwashing you guys.
Right.
Trying to make you have better relationships, better communication skills, and showing gratitude to your partners. And
yeah, people tend to get a little salty when they can no longer take advantage of somebody.
it's crazy how that works, isn't it? Somebody said my husband just came home with a blah, blah, blah shirt for me.
That's a good husband.
It says a lot because that shirt's been sold out for 2 weeks. He's been holding back.
Yeah.
Brittany G. Nelson said, message not send by again later is what pops up for super chats. And the limit of characters under by 50. I've sent them before now. That does not read well at all. Does not read well at all. Let's talk to us, people. Let's have some conversations because, we've been a whole 38 minutes and I feel like I have to perform now. Perform, monkey. Elizabeth said, $4.99. You guys have helped me a lot in taking accountability for myself and my actions, especially when it comes in any form of relationships in my life. Any form of relationships in my life, not just intimate relationships, but could be parents, could be kids, could be brothers and sisters or cousins.
Coworkers.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Courtney said, I have been listening to your podcast and it's been helping my marriage so much. Thank you. Much love for you both. Do you want to read the fuck you email we got today?
Yeah, we can. Okay, so we received an email, and the subject line is, fuck you, but thank you. I love you guys for what you're doing.
That came through while we were recording episode 26
yes,
today.
it did.
Do you guys take emails even on relationships that aren't romantic? We'll answer just about anything that we think that we can give you advice or help you on. If it's not something we can help you, we're not going to respond to it.
Yeah.
If it's loaded with domestic violence or sexual assault or child abuse, we're not answering that either.
Yeah, if it's not productive conversation, we're not going to entertain it.
That.
I'm not here to validate anything with no intent to move forward with growth.
Right.
We're not for the victim mindset.
No, we're fucking not.
And neither of us are licensed therapists. There are certain things that I just can't help you with. There are things that I'm not going to be able to cope with hearing from you.
Speaking of licensed therapists, we're going to be interviewing one on the 9th.
Correct.
Yep. I don't know if that's going to be a live thing or not, or if we're going to do it privately and then post it. But we have we've had 4 therapists reach out to us and tell us how great we're doing.
Yes.
We've had 2 sex therapists reach out and tell us how great we're doing.
Correct. I had a sex therapist, a third one, stitch me on TikTok and say this couple's absolutely amazing. I've been a sex therapist for like 15 years, and they are saying things that are making me think.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at 7 and not 6.
Correct.
I love that.
Yeah.
But we have been wanting to interview that therapist for a hot minute now, and I kept putting it off because I was dealing with imposter syndrome. And now that we're at the 70,000 plus mark on YouTube and almost 1 million on TikTok, like I'm fucking go. It's go time. I want to interview everyone.
Do we want to talk about the giveaway we're going to do for 1,000 patron
We can.
subscribers?
We can.
Before we get into the email.
While you do that, let me push this button right here so that it plugs patron in the actual chat box.
Okay.
Go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Go. So guys, we are super close to 1,000 patrons on our Patreon. And we never thought we would get past 10.
No, we really didn't.
So here we are, like 30 away from 1,000 patrons. And to celebrate having 1,000 people in the To Be Better community, we are going to do a one-on-one live call with a random person from Patreon for 1 hour. And I just started thinking about how we're going to do live calls, and those have restrictions, and I don't know if that's accurate for this. So now I'm going to give it back to you.
Yeah, we're going to put some restrictions on this. This is literally just a reason to hang out with us on a live call. It may or may not be recorded. We haven't figured that out yet, but we have had a lot of people that have wanted to just have conversations with us. And that's a good opportunity to do it. We can do a Zoom call, or we can get you into the Discord server into like a private link.
Right.
Have just a voice chat for a little bit, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and then after an hour we'll end it, call it a day, and that'll be that. But we've had a lot of requests for that shit, and I figure that's a dope way to do it. And it'll go to a Discord member because
Yes.
we're announcing it through Discord. But you have to be a member of Patreon to get to our Discord private server. So let's read that fuck you email.
Okay, so... Oh, my back. I keep shifting, and I gotta make sure I'm still on all screens.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta say, I found Odin's Ink on TikTok back at the beginning when you had only a few hundred followers, and I have watched this evolution since then, and it's been amazing. That's crazy. I am a 6'2", 280 tattooed bearded dude that has improperly been overly stoic my whole life. I've got the unmatched string of failed relationships and friendships as proof. But I followed along and started listening to the podcast pretty religiously. But I just listened to side piece 11.5 and bawled like a 6-year-old that had just had their favorite stuffy ripped away from them for the entirety of the show. I related to so much of what Chris said in the TikToks and shows for so long. I'm a former shop owner and piercer/mod artist. I have anger and trauma issues that I have been trying to work on for a few years now, but in listening to you both, have found more avenues towards healing than any therapist has given me. Hearing you talk about borderline episodes, I don't find the point in self-diagnosing or going and getting diagnosed at almost 50 years old, but I can relate on too many levels. I am not a follower, but I will say you are doing God's work and spreading all of your truths, and I hope you never stop. Thank you from the bottom of everything that is in me. I've started to write several times when I've had questions, but then you guys talk about what I'm questioning. It's almost like divine intervention.
Almost.
But something occurred to me today that you talk about a whole lot that I'd like to hear more on, your relationship with Peach's kids. I am the proud and happy father of 3 kids from my previous marriage and am now engaged to an absolutely amazing woman that echoes my more traditional values and has brought 4 bonus kids into my life. The trials and tribulations of having such a large blended family are amazing and amazingly difficult at times. But I stick to calling myself a bonus rather than a step.
Why don't you just call yourself a dad?
Yeah.
Real shit, like real shit. I would defend those kids as if they were mine. And I'm a stepdad, a bonus dad, whatever you want to call it. I don't call them step kids. I don't call them bonus kids. I call them our kids.
Right.
So if you're a dad, be a fucking dad. Like that's all there is to that. You don't have to have a special name for it. The kids are going to love you if you're a protector. Protect them. Show them what it is to be a gentleman and a good man. Like
Yeah, our kids have a stepmom and a stepdad.
Right.
And this morning, our daughter very randomly goes, I have two moms and I have two dads.
Yeah.
And she names all of us. And she goes, I love my family. She doesn't know us as
Yeah.
or mom or stepdad or dad. She just knows that she has 4 adults
That love and care for her.
who are parental figures that love her. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I just wanted to chime in on that because I don't like the terms. I understand the need for them.
Right.
I do. I just don't.
Well, he said that he wants to know. He just wants to hear you talk more about your relationship with the kids. Is that too broad of a question for you?
It is a very broad question.
Okay.
I fucking treat them like they're mine. I'm teaching little man to be a gentleman. I'm teaching our daughter what it is to fucking have how parents are supposed to love each other. They're co-parents. We're co-parenting. Their parents are doing the same. The other side, the other two are doing the same thing we are.
The other part of the parental team.
Right. The other side of the Justice League over there. we are doing the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I'm close to the kids. I didn't want kids. Like,
No.
my kids are grown. I was done with all of that.
Yeah, that was a very adamant thing for you.
Yeah.
So when you asked me to move in, I was very blindsided. I thought you were fucking with me.
No,
Yeah.
you make sacrifices for the things that you want. And I knew that in us being a thing, the kids were a part of that. That's not something that you can pick and choose. If you're going to be with a woman who has kids, you have to step into that role. And there are different degrees of where that role lies because you may not be necessary there. You and your ex co-parent effectively. I'm not needed in that role. When I am needed in that role, I step in and do those things. Otherwise, I just be there to try to guide and raise good little human beings. The relationship is there. The kids are dope. We take them out and do shit. I run and play with them. Like, we help with homework.
Yeah.
We do the thing. It's just there's not really a whole lot to talk about there. It's parenting.
Okay.
Just because they're bonus kids doesn't mean that they're not my kids.
Right.
Excuse me, and I view them as such. So, was that the end of that?
That was it. Yeah.
Okay, we got super chats piling up over here.
Okay.
Caitlin Williams, any advice on being married and living with husband's in-laws? We've been married for 5 years. Why are you living with your husband's in-laws?
Yeah. Why? Unless there's like a caregiver situation.
Right. Yep. I have questions.
I when I was with my ex, I lived with my in-laws, and my best recommendation is to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Unless there's a medical need for that, you shouldn't. I don't. I'm good.
Yeah.
I like the sanctity of having my own home.
Oh yeah.
Sheldon Runke, $2. A big black bear sat on a big black rug for Peaches. I don't get it. Great Wolf Tactical, 4 tacos and blue raz, first form energy, $35. I was supposed to interview him on Monday,
Yeah.
but because Monday was such a shit show, I messaged him 15 minutes before the interview and was like, bro, I can't do this tonight.
Yeah. Monday was.
Yeah. I had to apologize the next day. I felt like ass for canceling that, but fuck Monday.
Yeah.
And most of Tuesday too while we're at it.
Yeah, I would say up until about yesterday, you've been just going through it.
Yeah. It's been one thing after another. And it's all things that if I was in charge of and could do things about, it would have just went so smooth. But I couldn't because I'm relying on other people to do shit. And that fucking ruins everything for me because people are incompetent.
Right.
Tiffany Emery, 1999. This is super random. Super random.
Okay.
Would you be opposed to having screenshots of conversations, names crossed out, sent with email so you can actually see a conversation to see what the breakdown is? Thank you so much for what you do.
Yes.
You'd be opposed to it?
No, I wouldn't be opposed
Okay.
to it. I'm willing to do that.
I would be willing to do it too. However, you should not be having important conversations over fucking text messages.
No.
You can't read body tone. You can't read inflection. And the same message, well, okay, can come across as well, okay. Well, okay. Well, okay. Because you're going to read that in the tone that you're reading it in.
You're going to read it in the you're going to read it in the tone of the emotion that you're feeling.
Correct. Yep. Tobias Stewart, $10. I'm now in my longest relationship ever, and my girlfriend has been diagnosed with BPD. When did you become self-aware to read about partners of BPD? We both see similarities between us and you. Stay classy. Well, I have borderline, and I have been aware of borderline since I was a teenager because of it. And I have done a whole lot of self-work and healing and all of that shit most of my life. But over the last, like, I'd say 6 years, I've really delved into that shit to try to fix me. So, Purple XXDCXX wants to know where I got my fidget spinner. Etsy. It was Etsy.
Etsy.
I don't even know what it's called. It's a Lottie fidget toy. Lautie.
Oh, Jeff's in the chat.
And it's a dealer token. It says, "Don't play with the devil," and it's a dealer coin. Of course, it's not going to focus. It'll focus on everything else when we don't want it to. Whatever.
Jeff just sent over 100 roses.
Nice. He's throwing flowers at you.
For those of you who don't know who Jeffrey Graham is, he is an absolutely insane tattoo artist.
He's also one of my best friends.
He is also one of your best friends. And he did my throat tattoo. He did my upper arm sleeve. Got the monster, and then we got the lady on the inside. And he does out-of-town bookings. So if you guys are intrigued, I would check out his TikTok profile and go from there.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's up to 260 now for roses.
Nice.
Thank you, Jeff.
David said, "I joined Patreon because I'm going into 3 years of sobriety, and you two are teaching me how to further my relationships and be a better human. Thank you. You are welcome. I love that. Hopefully you're in Discord, because there's a whole bunch of dope shit happening in Discord."
He just hit 350.
Who did? Oh,
Jeff.
He's still doing the flower thing?
Yeah, he's still going.
We were talking today when I was in the studio about how we roll the money that we make on TikTok back into that to give to other creators.
Yeah.
And he's doing the same thing. So
I love that. 400. Holy shit.
At Chris and Chris, be better. Your mood shift this week has been drastic and awesome to see. Glad you're being that motherfucker even when it sucks. We went through about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks where we were seriously questioning if this was even worth doing anymore.
Yeah.
Not because we didn't want to do it, but because we are getting people who are finding us on TikTok and then sending an email.
Right, without doing any of the research on any of the topics that we covered.
Let me ask you a question that's been answered on 19 out of your 26 podcasts.
Right.
So that I don't have to do any type of work to actually figure out how to fix my life because I just want a shortcut. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do the work. I definitely don't want to have to learn new behavioral traits and reset my default settings to be a better human being. I just want that life hack. Give me that cheat code so that I can fuck my life up again in 6 months. That's how I read that.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. You know, people who get gastric bypass, 50% of them regain their weight in 24 months. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't take the time to learn how to properly take care of themselves and do the work before getting that surgery. It's no different than what we're doing.
Right.
If you don't take the steps necessary to learn how to be a better person and work through your shit step by step by step, no matter what we tell you is not going to matter because you're not going to implement it. You're going to see a little bit of change for like a week or two. You're going to fall right back into those old habits and be like, well, what they're talking about doesn't work because it didn't work for me.
Right. You just got lazy.
Yeah. Well, you were already lazy because you didn't do the research.
Jeff's asking how much he spent at the camera store. $7,800, right?
Yeah.
He spent $7,800 out of the $10,000 limit.
That was your limit, not mine.
That was the limit we discussed.
You gave
were
me
like 10,000.
You gave me 10 grand in the
I
car.
was
You were
like,
like, you can do 10 grand.
10,000.
Like, yeah, I was at 15.
And you're like, oh, she gave me permission to spend 10,000. Ooh, you were pushing the envelope.
I was.
You were trying to, you little sneaky.
Dude, if it wasn't for me having
snake.
like that weird like blood sugar issue when I was in there, I may have bought that other camera. But I wasn't feeling good. And like I was.
You wanna know what that was? That was Laura telling you to fucking chill.
Probably. Probably. It worked. I didn't buy it.
It did. Yeah, you spent less than 10,000.
I did get a dope ass tripod though. I am overly excited about the tripod.
It is a very nice tripod.
Yep.
Very beefy.
I was going to say something else about the people doing the work thing, and I totally forgot what it was.
How unfortunate.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Ty Shanahan, $10. Thank you so much for everything you do. Your techniques and advice have saved my marriage and is improving my relationship with my kids too. I am becoming a better person, wife, and mother.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's dope. These gradual steps, right? So let's just look at the gratitude, right? Because everybody takes their partner for granted. You start to try to control them. You try to dictate the way that they live their lives. It becomes a whole fucking thing. When you have a little bit of gratitude, babe, I appreciate you going to work every day. I appreciate you providing for us. I appreciate you doing the dishes. Hey, I appreciate you taking out the garbage without me having to ask you. I appreciate you taking your fucking boots off at the door so you're not tracking dirt on the floor that I just mopped. Those small instances of thank yous is affirming a new gratitude that you see in your partner every fucking day. And you will start to create a cognitive bias of positivity towards your partner. It's no different than praying for your husband or wife every single day.
Correct.
Because you are going to start looking at them in a new light. You're going to start trying to appreciate them differently because that is that's what you've set forth for yourself. You know what I mean? You're changing your perception of reality. So those small steps are those habitual resets. So now instead of just taking everything for granted, I'm being super appreciative and I'm being vocal and precise with my gratitude. Thank you for doing this, right? So now that's a new thing that's developed. You start doing check-ins. You're learning new ways of communicating in a way that you're able to understand so the two of you can communicate and talk to each other. That's the next new habitual thing. So now you've got two things that you've worked on over the last couple of weeks. This falls right back into the people not doing the work and just wanting the cheat code. All of these small steps are getting cemented in new behavioral patterns. This is how you improve your life. It's no different than you trying to correct your kids' bad behavior.
Right.
One fucking step at a time. When they master one thing, you give them the next and have them start working for it.
Correct.
Forgotten super chat is what this says. I don't know why it says that. I guess maybe we missed one. It says, Ashley, I just did the super chat and forgot to put my question. How do I get over my husband's cheating when he is still in contact with the girl he hurt me with? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you allowing that to happen?
I would not get over that. I would leave that.
Yeah. Tell me how that works. How is that?
How are you going to prioritize the girl you cheated on me with?
Right. Prioritize. That's exactly the fucking term.
Fuck out of here. No. I'm not going to tell you how to get over that because you shouldn't. You should be infuriated by that.
Yeah.
And feel disrespected.
You guys, as your partner or as partners or as significant others or insignificant, the way that some of you treat each other, why would you not want to prioritize your wife or your husband and make them a priority, especially if you fuck up like that? That should be like the number one, like, okay, I got you. I'm going to go ahead and remove her from my life because you take priority. I'm sorry I fucked up. She's gone. Not let me keep her in my life, even though I know it bothers you and you just need to forgive me and get over that because we're friends.
Unacceptable behavior. You know, if everyone collectively drew a line in the sand and said, this is unacceptable behavior, eventually everybody would stop doing that behavior. The more you let somebody get away with their bullshit, the more likely they're going to be to do it because they recognize if you're not going to put up with it, somebody else will.
Yep.
And somebody else certainly fucking will because everybody is desperate to feel loved.
That's not love, though.
No, it's not. It's an illusion of love. It is the fantasy of love. They're filling whatever void that person currently has emotionally because they haven't worked past their shit. So they're feeding into a need while simultaneously treating that person like dirt because that need's being met, they don't care.
Yeah. I firmly believe that if somebody cheats, that it can be resolved. There can be changed behavior. And
yeah,
like
there's
there
proper
can,
action taken.
Right, exactly. That trust can be rebuilt. The foundation might need to be repaired. But if you want it bad enough and the two of you are truly in love, that can happen. Regardless, I mean, obviously you're going to have to go to the root of why the cheating happened, and that could get ugly in itself. But you do need to remove the things that put you in that position. This also ties into the whole traditional wife staying home versus working because 80% of fucking sexual infidelity happens in the workplace.
Repeat that for me.
80% of sexual infidelity happens in the workplace.
So you're saying that the people that your significant other interacts with daily who are a positive reinforcement when you are not
Yep.
could lead to some sort of emotional cheating.
Yeah.
Or physical cheating.
Physical cheating. 80% of physical cheating is in the workplace. I would say that number's a lot fucking higher with just emotional cheating.
Yeah, you know, we work together and we work at home. If I knew that you were going to an actual physical workplace with other people, I know I'm your piece now, but I would really be on my shit because you're going to go to work and gloat about how amazing your life is.
Yep.
There will not be an opportunity for you to say to anybody, I can't believe my wife pulled this shit. For any type of negative bias to go on. Shit's held down here.
Yeah. You know that we talked about this at the beginning of episode 26 this morning. I'm just going to reiterate it now.
Right.
Women dictate men's behavior throughout the day. If you and I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm getting ready for work and you're hitting me with fucking attitude all morning before I leave the house, when I get to work, I'm going to take that out on everyone in my day. If I'm having a bad day, we're all having a bad day.
Right.
You're going to hear about my negativity. You're going to hear about my complaints. A weaker man would complain about his wife to other people. Like, it's going to be a problem. However, if we woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you are loving on me, rubbing my back, making me breakfast, telling me that I'm a great provider and an awesome dad and blah, 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 and I leave the house feeling loved and full, the way that I interact with clients and coworkers all day long is going to be a reflection of the way that my wife treated me before I left in the morning. And if you think that I'm wrong, do an experiment at home. Treat your old man like shit one morning and see how his day goes. And then the next morning, treat him with love and see how his day goes. And tell me I'm fucking wrong. And you can call that weak or whatever you want, but 90%, probably higher than that, of men will have their entire day dictated by the way their woman treats them in the morning before they leave the house. Yep. Wolf of Real Estate, 1999 said, "You guys have been so amazing. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your knowledge. Much appreciated," with an exclamation point. "The way you communicate to help others communicate is amazing. This is amazing."
I saw a comment that caught my eye in the chat.
Okay.
So someone said, I don't know if there was a previous comment, but said, "Do not tell me both of you guys would not be devastated and have that change your perspective on each other." So I want to know what that's in regards to.
Yeah, because it's only half of a comment.
Right.
Dahlia said, "To be better, sending follow-up 9-year-old fan email tonight after dinner."
Okay.
Ashley said, "I just started telling my husband, thank you for going to work for me after listening to your podcast, and that simple act has helped us so much."
Love that.
Yeah.
Really. Thank you for going to work for us. Thank you for providing for us. 4 to 5 words could change the trajectory of everything in your relationship.
Yeah, because you are changing your reality. If you believe that, and you believe that with your whole chest, thank you for doing these things for me, and you say that enough, you're going to view your partner as somebody that's doing for you instead of doing because you expect them to do it. That shit goes a long way. Jenna said,
"Oh, I think she's talking about cheating." Because she replied to somebody, so I wasn't trying to. However, they brought up that they could forgive each other. I guess I was just surprised they even did that. So she's saying that there's no way that our perspectives of each other would not change if one of us cheated.
yeah, it absolutely would.
It would, yeah.
But the belief in being able to fix the foundation and work through shit is a belief in me.
Yeah, it would definitely, nothing would go back to normal immediately.
No, it would take time.
I've put a lot of serious thought into this. Not that I think you would ever do it. I am just somebody who overplans and overthinks, and if I'm going to be blindsided with something, I would rather have a little bit of a plan versus standing there with my dick in my hands. So I would probably recluse. I would need some time. There would not be any lovey-dovey. There would not be cuddling.
Right.
There could be conversations. And I wouldn't yell at you. I wouldn't berate you. I wouldn't put you down. You know what you did. If that were a thing, you would know what you did. And knowing how you love me and how you hold me in such a high regard, something like that, even if I were the biggest bitch all of a sudden on the face of the planet, you would still feel bad because you made vows to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would also have to take a step back and reevaluate everything that I've done.
That would be me. If you cheated on me, that's exactly what I would do. I would go, okay, where did I fucking fail my wife?
Right, because there's no reason, no logical reason for you to seek something outside of our relationship because I provide everything for you. I go out of my way to make sure I go above and beyond to provide everything for you.
Right.
All of your needs. So if you have cheated on me, clearly I have ignored things you've told me. I have shown that I don't care because I didn't implement any of the changes that you've told me were a problem. And now it's to a point, I would say it would probably take 3 to 4 years for you even to consider looking elsewhere if that became a problem.
I don't think that would actually happen.
Right, I know, but hypothetically.
I know, and I am trying to hypothetical the situation. Our communication is so strong that if something's not right, we discuss it before it actually becomes a problem.
Right.
We don't argue. We don't have real fights. We might annoy each other every once in a while. I know that I push your fucking button sometimes.
Yeah, there are
Sometimes
times.
I'm like, oh, look, a button. Annoyed yet?
And then you stop and you move on to another one, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, look, a new button.
Yeah.
I'm a giant 12-year-old. I'm going to do that shit from time to time. I get that.
You do.
But our communication is so on point that I don't think that would be a problem. If something's not right in our relationship and I go, hey, this is not right, we work on it. Because we don't want to get to that point where we are like 99% of relationships out there.
Yeah, divorce is not an option for us. Seeking something outside of the relationship that should be supplied by the spouse is not an option for us. We have dedicated all problem solving to this. There's not a single thing that's going to go unresolved.
Right.
There will have to be times where you have to sacrifice a little bit more than I do, or I have to put in a little bit more than you do.
Right.
Those are the sacrifices that we committed to making when we made our vows.
That's it. That's it. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices for your partner, you don't need to be with them.
Right.
That's it.
So, yeah, I could say pretty confidently right now, knowing that you would never cheat on me, that if you did, I would forgive you for it.
Yeah.
Because if you were to cheat on me, it's not because you're just looking to get some. It's because I'm failing you as your wife.
Right. That is our scenario.
Right.
To be clear, there
Just
are people
our
out,
scenario,
right.
yeah.
There are people out there that cheat and do what they're going to do because that's who they are as a person. We're not speaking on everyone. We're talking about us. So for everybody that's in the chat that's probably talking shit right now or huffing and puffing and sticking their chest out or trying to relate our life to what's happened to their life, you're not us.
No.
So stop it.
Yeah.
Jenna said, I just want y'all to be included. Sweet Caroline.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the next part.
It doesn't matter. That's what they wanted to hear. Wolf of Real Estate also joined Patreon 2 days ago. Y'all, well worth it and way cheaper than therapy. Yeah.
I love that.
It's $15 a month instead of $150 a session.
Correct. Yes.
91 Liz 09. Any advice for married couples who work opposite shifts and don't get to see each other often? How can they share intimacy when they can't physically be around each other? You can. You just have to make some sacrifices.
Correct. Somebody's going to have to lose sleep. You can alternate who's losing sleep. You can coordinate days off.
Yep. If you worked a normal 9 to 5 and I worked the late shift and I got home at 7 a.m. knowing that you had to be to work at 9, when I got home, I would change my clothes and I would cook breakfast every morning. And we would sit down and I would have breakfast dinner and you would have breakfast. And we would have 45 minutes of quality time where we talk about things before you leave for work and I go to bed.
Right.
And then when you got home, I would hope that you would
cooked, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Have your clothes ready.
Doesn't take much.
Have your lunch packed.
Yep. Doesn't take much. You have to make a choice to sacrifice the things that you can sacrifice for the things that you want to matter to you. Yep.
I am also somebody who would go to extremes.
Yeah.
If I'm working a shift that is opposing yours, I would find a new job.
Yeah.
I would either try to change my hours or I'd look for a new job.
That is definitely an extreme. But it's possible.
It really is, with what we have, nothing is a priority over our marriage.
Right. That's choice.
A job is a job. I know I know my worth when it comes to my work ethic and my hospitality, my people skills. I know I can make money. So if I'm at a job and they're refusing to change my hours to accommodate life while I'm still there as an employee, making their lives easier, I can find a job elsewhere. Yeah.
Wolf of Real Estate said, so what does it look like how the man treats the women in the morning?
What do you mean?
Because we were talking about how a woman can dictate a man's entire day by the way that she treats him in the morning. She said, so how does it look when a man treats a woman? How does that look? Women control the intimacy in a relationship.
Right. So There are times you wake up totally on the wrong side of the fucking bed.
Yeah. I tell you, though.
You do.
Right away. Like, hey, I'm going through it today, babe.
And I'm like, that sucks. I'm going to go outside and sing Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I'm going to do my plant shit. If you need me, I'm here. But I'm not going to overfill your plate with a bunch of bullshit because I know you're going through it. So I certainly am attuned to what you're going through, and I'm sympathetic. And if you need to vent or you need to have somebody there to go through it with you, I will. I know I can't jump on your roller coaster, though.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and I definitely can very easily strap myself in and say, let's go, bitches. Like, we're fucking going off the rails. Someone called Ozzy because this is a crazy train.
That's funny. Do you think that a man can dictate a woman's entire day by his actions? And this doesn't mean that men, you get a free pass to treat your women like shit. That's not what the conversation was. And if that's how you took it, you're a child.
Correct.
Stop it. That's not what we do here.
You're not a man if you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Furthermore, when we talk about these things, we do approach them from a traditional value gender role relationship.
Correct.
So we're a stay-at-home mom, wife, whatever, while the man's getting ready to go to work. So in that scenario, I believe that. I also, when I'm having a bad morning, I don't take it out on you. You should probably end that soon.
Okay.
I don't take my mornings out on you. If I'm having a bad day and I know that I get to leave the house, I'm going to try to get out of the house as quick as I can because I don't want to treat you like shit. I don't want to come home to the mess that I fucking made in the house in the morning by being an asshole.
Right.
So, babe, I'm really fucking going through it. I'm going to go do cardio and go to the gym, come home, get showered, and go to work. And that's how that looks. I will keep my distance from you in the morning while I'm going through it to not create conflict in the home because I don't want to do that.
I'm going to pause you.
Okay.
So the person who asked us about the cheating hypothetical said, so these guys look down on us who are ending our relationships, who one person is working on being better and the other isn't.
Where the fuck did you get we're looking down on you from?
So if you mean that in regards to us looking down, I don't understand where that conclusion came from.
Yeah, tell me where you're adding shit to the conversation that has nothing to do with what we discussed.
So you're saying it's how they come across. I 100% disagree with that. I have never once said, if you choose to leave your partner for cheating on you, you're wrong.
That's not ever been said on our podcast.
We've actually advocated for that because if somebody cheats several times, they clearly do not have any worth on who you are as a person.
If you're feeling triggered by what we're talking about, tell me why you're feeling triggered. Sounds to me like you're feeling guilty because you didn't do enough work to try to fix things and you're going to blame us for it. That's how that sounds to me.
That definitely does come across as twisting the situation to fit a narrative of
right.
They're assholes. I'm a victim.
Yeah.
And that's not what this is. We were talking about in our situation with our marriage, which is what you asked us. Mm-hmm. We replied with how we would react in that situation, knowing what our marriage is and what our standards are. If you choose to leave somebody who has cheated on you and they don't want to be better and they don't want to be committed to you, good for you. You should leave somebody who treats you that way. So this whole confusion of us coming across as looking down on you for doing that, that's 100% incorrect. And that's your problem. Perspective is a little bit skewed right now. Yep.
To be better from Lorraine, Peaches and Chris, how would you guys truly feel and work through cheating if they happened? But we've already discussed a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
Brittany said, read a book my friend wrote. I wish I could send it to y'all. Read a book.
Repeat that.
Read a book my friend wrote. I wish I could send it to y'all. That was it. Danielle 999. He's not wrong. FYI. Once I made small changes, my husband made changes without realizing it, because that's how that goes.
All right. So before you keep going, I'm going to go ahead and end the TikTok live. It has been a little bit over an hour now. So if you would like to continue the conversation with us, jump onto our YouTube channel, the number 2 Be Better. We're going to carry the live over there. Come join the conversation. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for the support. Hopefully see you guys on the YouTube channel. If I knew how to cancel. Stop.
Brittany Jean said, never 50-50, sometimes 60-40, depending on the situation. It ebbs and flows. It's 100-100. You give it everything you fucking got. And some days that everything you got looks a whole lot more than what your partner has to give. It's never going to be a perfectly balanced scale. Some days it's going to be real fucking ugly, and other days it's not.
And then some days, both of you are just going to be at a complete zero.
Yep.
And on those days, if you can recharge together, dope. If not, do not force interactions because you're going to be very short, very snippy, short-tempered. It's okay to say, I just need a day. We kind of had that the other day.
We did. You sat outside and played with your plants all day, and I watched.
You're just getting caught up on whatever you're interested in.
I watched like 15 hours of desk builds. I have a problem.
I don't think you have a problem. I think you just have something that's piqued your interest right now.
Yeah.
And it's something that we can actually implement in our lives now, which I think is super dope. I love our desks.
Lorraine said, what would you consider a action that would result in divorce? I don't think that's going to ever be a thing. Like, you and I don't discuss that. We have a prenuptial, like, as a worst case scenario insurance policy. I don't see that ever happening.
We have an understanding of what our boundaries are, what our hard limits are, what is unacceptable behavior, what would get a single warning. We already know what all of that is.
We've had those discussions.
So what would be hard limits for us is already known between us. You know what your hard limits are in a relationship. If you don't want to get cheated on and they cheat on you, you leave. That is a hard limit.
Right.
If you're married and you have both decided this is going to be a monogamous marriage, you are not going to seek anything outside, and that person betrays you in any sort of way in regards to that marriage, that could be a hard limit for you and you leave.
Right. And this is a them thing, not an us thing.
Yes, this is everybody varies. Some people are okay with corn in the relationship, and some people have a hard limit of, no, this is unacceptable to me. Everybody knows what their own hard limits are. Only you can predetermine what would end a relationship.
Yeah. And that's something that should be discussed ahead of time.
That should be discussed during the courting phase.
Right. It really should. And those boundaries, if you know, like, hey, we're going to have these discussions now so that we don't have to talk about divorce later. Here's what I won't accept and what you won't accept. We need to adhere to this. If things start to show that that might be happening, you need to discuss it. And you need to nip it in the bud before it fucking becomes a problem. The whole thing comes down to being able to work with each other and, like, communicate things properly in your relationship.
Correct.
Zach for $5 said, hi chat, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Also hydration check. Speaking of which, I need another soda. Would you like something to drink?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm going to your camera.
Oh, fuck. Yep. My camera.
All eyes on you, babe. All eyes on me.
I don't know what to talk about. You know, I'm really hung up on that cheating thing.
I am too.
I really am hung up on that cheating thing, you know. Cheating is one of the ultimate disrespects you can commit in a relationship, especially a monogamous one. And we have never defended cheating. We have never said cheating is okay. Specifically in our relationship, there is a one pass of whatever happens. I don't know, that just goes back to that hard limit thing.
Right.
And you also know what your relationship is. If you're with somebody who is repeatedly cheating on you and is having sneaky conversations and is divulging things emotionally to another woman that they should be only divulging to you as their wife, that's a problem. I'm a little irked. Like, that whole conversation made it sound like we're advocating.
Yeah, for me, the projection was the problem. Because
Projection's a good way to put that.
None of that was a thing. What?
Brandy Porter said hi, Peaches. So I'm going to say hi back to Brandy Porter. Why are you disliking hydration checks, Jen? Is it because you can't meet the hydration limit?
This is the first time I've actually looked over at the chat.
Yeah.
I haven't. Since we started doing the apology languages, I had to turn that screen off so that I couldn't see what was going on in the chat because my squirrel was going.
Right.
And I opened the other tab where AJ was sending me messages, which he just sent me. I guess Lorraine said, never felt so damn triggered and guilty for posting that. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Posting
Probably
what?
Everything she said about how she feels like we are coming across.
Oh, that was Lorraine that said that? Oh.
So there's no need to feel guilty for that or feel triggered. That was definitely it did come across as projection because we didn't say anything like that.
Right.
You know, I'm not angry. There's no ill intent. I definitely do want to come across as clear as possible. So she said, I had no intent to project that towards you guys. It was all curiosity. So the way that you word yourself is you should be conscious of that.
Could have also been the way that we took it. This falls under the whole text conversations. We can't read tone or body language. Yeah, and wording matters, especially wording matters even more so via text message. You're right. Yep, you're right. I retract everything I just started to say. Jordan Mayer. How do you feel about if your other half was stalking other women's TikTok accounts and you get messages from that woman saying how disrespectful it is? Fun fact, this conversation is covered a lot on our podcast, and it is in a lot of side pieces.
It is.
And it will be prevalent in upcoming side pieces as well. However, that is cheating to me.
I agree. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
There's not a reason for you to do that.
It's lusting.
You ask any man in the men's group, the discussions that we've had about porn and giving that affection to your woman instead of to your phone will change your fucking marriage.
Correct.
It takes seconds to walk in and intimately put your hands around your woman's waist and kiss the back of her neck and tell her she's beautiful. The amount of time that it would take you to pull up Pornhub, you can save your fucking marriage with a little bit of intimacy and have sexy time with your person.
Right. So I just want to address. So Lorraine said that she's angry with herself and she's leaving and she's not going to be part of the chat anymore. I just want to clarify. Me being hung up on the cheating thing, that is 100% a self-worth thing. You know, if you don't have any self-worth and you're staying with somebody who is repeatedly cheating on you, you need to really reevaluate what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm hung up on it so much. There's never a reason to justify cheating.
No, it's not justified though.
No, it's never justified. There are people who do try to justify it.
Right.
And that's what gets under my skin because it will ruin the self-worth of somebody.
There's difference between justification, accountability, and blame.
Right.
And when we talk about taking accountability, it's because somewhere along the lines, there is something that you could have done. I'm going to throw that thing in the fucking trash.
Yeah.
I've watched that microphone tip over like a limp dick over and over and over again tonight.
Yeah, that's all it does. I don't know if there's something wrong with the screw, but...
Which one is it?
It's this.
It's this one.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was saying is there's a difference between justification, accountability, and blame. And when we tell people to look for the accountability and thing, we're not telling them to take blame. We're not telling them to take a moment and justify why it's happening or to accept excuses. It's to look where you could have possibly done something different in life to get a different outcome. Because I believe that in every scenario, that's the case. It may have to be way the fuck back, but at some point you could have some sort of sway in the decisions that are made in your life to give you a different outcome.
Right.
And that could be as simple as, I notice he's showing fucking bitches attention on the internet and I'm not fucking okay with it. So I'm going to have this discussion. And if it doesn't stop, I'm out.
Right. Setting that boundary, the hard limit of,
right,
this is unacceptable.
People's actions speak. It's really fucking hard to lie with your actions.
Correct.
Good night, Angela.
It's really crazy to me that people learn more from us than they do when they go to therapy. What?
Somebody said, Chris says what we're all thinking, but don't have the balls to say out loud. I love it.
Yeah.
I have no filter. It gets me in a lot of fucking trouble.
Yeah, I don't mind hurting feelings sometimes.
Cocaine Cola. That's a cool fucking name. What if you misconstrue accountability for blame? That's a choice. That is a choice. It's because something has bothered you to a point where you're not able to realize what's actually happening in the moment. What are you doing over there?
I was tagged in something in the Discord that needs my attention real quick.
That really does come down to emotional and logic mind thinking, I believe. If somebody tells you to look for accountability and you take that as blame, there's a guilt there. You're feeling like, oh fuck, why are they telling me to take the blame for something? You're now responding or reacting from an emotional standpoint. Whereas if you take a minute, calm down, reevaluate the situation, you might be able to pinpoint a different outcome from a logical standpoint. You might be able to find that accountability and not take it as a blame thing.
Right. You know what? I need to Google something. I was listening to something or I was reading something, and it was directly correlated to blame versus responsibility.
Okay. Well, while you look for that, Cheyenne Swanson said, during arguments, how can I help prevent my emotions from taking over and blinding my logical reasoning?
I did not hear anything you just said to me.
During arguments, how can I help prevent my emotions from taking over and blinding my logical reasoning?
So once you start to recognize that you are feeling your intense emotion, frustration, anger, there's a point where you recognize that you're fucking flying off the handle.
Yeah. Yes, there is.
In that moment, you need to stop yourself. You need to apologize to your partner and you need to say, I'm recognizing that I am not in my logical thinking right now. I need to walk away.
Yep. Give me a minute. Press pause.
I need to rationalize myself and I need to come back to this conversation with my logic brain, because how I'm acting right now is not conductive for this situation. And all we're going to do is continue to argue if I don't get my shit together.
Yep. That's it. We've done that shit.
Yeah.
And in the moment, it's fucking hard because you want to feel like heard or vindicated or validated or whatever it is that you're needing to feel in the moment. But when you hit that pause button and be like, I just need a minute to process what I'm going through, I don't want to argue with you, that changes the entire tone of the conversation.
So I'm not willing to do the deep dive right now of blame versus
That's fine.
Accountability.
Jenna said, what do you envision for your lives when you are all old and gray and still madly in love? Explain your retirement dream. I don't know if you see this or not, but I will never be old and gray. I am turning on to Gandalf the White. Thank you.
I can't wait for you to be a sexy
Gingers
Santa.
don't turn gray. We turn white.
Yes. I'm very excited for my hair to start turning white.
I'm going to look like old Sabretooth from X-Men.
Yeah.
Fucking hairy as shit everywhere except for the top of my head because my hair decided it doesn't want to grow there anymore.
Once my hair goes white, I'm going to dye half of it black.
Yeah.
And have the white and black look, yeah. I'm going to Viking braid it too.
You're going to full on Cruella DeVille?
Yes. I would love to do that now if going white wouldn't kill my hair.
Yeah. Well, that and everybody already says that you look like that chick. Emma Stone?
Yes.
Didn't she play Cruella DeVille?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten Emma Stone a couple of times before any of this. Like back in my teens, I used to have people tell me I look like Emma Stone, yeah.
Explain your retirement dream. What's your retirement dream, babe?
My retirement dream is travel with you.
That's it, man. That Class B van, our fucking camera gear, and just traveling and taking the dopest photos. Yeah. And hopefully by then we have millions of subscribers on YouTube and we can make a living just selling photo prints.
Could you imagine like we're able to take our van across seas with us? And we're traveling like fucking Germany and shit.
People do that. Have you ever watched Expedition Overland?
No.
Oh, that's something we got to put on the list. These motherfuckers built out Toyota Tacomas to Overland and they stay off grid for months and they just explore. They drove from the highest point in Canada where you can drive all the way down to the lowest point in South America. And like, pretty dope.
I love that.
My retirement dream looks the same. I want to be able to take pictures and explore the world and like, I want to live my creativity in my retirement.
Oh yeah. There are definitely things that I want to experience that I cannot experience in our hometown.
Yep.
I want to drink water from a glacier. Just cup it in my hands and sip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see a killer whale in the wild. I want to see giraffes and elephants in the wild.
Yeah.
I want to go swimming with sharks.
Fuck that. That's all you.
Yeah. I want to see the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Go to Japan. A lot of things I want to do.
I apparently am going to have to step up my financial game to be able to accommodate this retirement.
Oh, we'll have your Roth. If not, we'll have my Roth.
Yeah.
Either way, we're good.
They don't fix the fucking economy soon, and the way the inflation's going, our Roth ain't going to be worth shit. So there's that. Thank you, U.S. government, for overspending and printing money into existence.
I'm not excited anymore.
Kyla Powell said, can you talk about issues that BPD can cause in a marriage and how to identify those issues in the moment? I struggle on a daily basis, and I desperately need my husband to understand. We could, but there's 26 episodes, and probably 40 to 50% of them cover BPD to some extent.
Correct.
Go back and start at episode 1 and watch all the way through because we've addressed that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and stop beating that dead horse unless it's super prevalent in the moment.
All right.
Gina Murphy. Do you remember the Dave Chappelle show? Charlie Murphy!
Yeah.
That's how I read that in my head. Between watching y'all literally every day, every day.
That's crazy.
And going to counseling, my marriage has completely taken a 180. So thankful for the hard work and content you two put out into the world. I love that. Danielle said, I'm painting you both something.
Oh.
I fuck with that.
Okay.
I love artistic gifts.
Me too.
Like, that's dope shit to me. Knowing that you guys actually put time into creating something.
Yeah.
Yep. April said, $5.
$5.
I'm taking accountability for what I could have done different. How do I stop the guilty feeling for not doing it different? You cannot live in your past and expect your present to be okay while destroying your future.
Correct.
Your past is fucking behind you. What you do now is going to dictate your future. So if you want to have a good future, work through that shit. Accept that you can't change it, that it is fucking behind you, and that person no longer exists. The person you were 6 months ago is not the person that's currently here.
Yeah.
Your cells are fucking changing in your body every single day as you're aging. You are literally not the same person you were 6 months ago. Who you're going to be 6 years from now is dependent on the decisions that you're making right now. Let go of that shit. You can't change it. Why dwell on it?
Right.
Learn from it. That's what separates failures. Failure is quitting. If you learn something, it's a lesson. Great Wolf Tactical said, you better get a drone, bro. I have one. No, I don't. I don't have a drone. I had one. I had a Mavic Pro, and I threw it in the trash.
Why?
Because I got tired of moving shit. And I do that.
Yeah.
I didn't use it for like 2 years, and
Tossed it.
I tossed it. I threw it in the trash. That is a stupid fucking thing. Now that I'm looking back on it, like, I may have been in an episode when I did that, but I specifically remember tossing it. Yep. Brilliant. Bethany Harrison. How can a man know love from a woman when he never knew it or had it growing up? Is there any way I can help him understand or give biased advice as his wife? You cannot change people.
No.
And somebody not having love growing up does not mean that they will not experience as an adult. They just have to find their comfort zone, and you saying that they don't experience love doesn't mean that they don't.
I would have a sit-down conversation and say, you know, I've noticed the things that I try to do to help you feel loved by me makes you a little uncomfortable. So what are things that I can do to express my love to you that you can receive comfortably?
Yeah, I think is that an assumption? Do you
What do you
assume
mean?
that he doesn't feel loved by you or is incapable of love? Have you asked him? Mm-hmm. Do you feel loved by me? What can I do to be a better wife? Check in. This falls into the check-in question. That would be a phenomenal discussion to have during a check-in.
Yeah, it would be.
Amanda Barrett, $2. How can I help build my husband's confidence?
Touch his butt.
Positive affirmations goes a long fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those people that never had people tell me they were proud of me. And every time somebody was like, I'm so proud of you, I would cry.
Yeah.
And I don't do that anymore because I've heard it so much from you that I believe it. Like, I know that I'm fucking winning in life because you make it a point to tell me that. Mm-hmm. And I'm walking that line of cocky and confident. And every once in a while, my toes dip over the edge. And
Yeah.
I have to toe hug the curb of that line. And every once in a while, I'll like play with the cocky side of it a little bit to just be like, yeah, I got this, bitch.
Yeah.
But it's because that confidence is there. And it's because of the positive affirmations that you give me on a regular basis, even when I feel like a lonely piece of shit. Like, you make it a point to stop the negative self-talk and to boost me up. And that's what you're supposed to do for your partner.
It is.
You're supposed to be their crutch and their times of weakness. Like, I believe it. I believe it. Jody Collins sent us $2.79. What an odd number.
$2.79.
Yep.
I think I could buy a Kit Kat bar with that.
Maybe. It's just a weird number.
I love Kit Kats.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Give me a break.
Good.
Oh, man. Guys, I think I have a rib out in my chest and it hurts so bad to take a deep breath.
Sleep is going to be so good tonight. I hope it starts storming again so I can listen to the rain as I fall asleep.
Yeah, yeah. While you fall asleep. Sabrina said, Peaches, piercing question. I don't remember the gauge for my septum piercing. Is there a general size that is used? Does 14 or 16 gauge sound correct?
I pierce septums at a 16 gauge.
For women, I do 16. For men, I do 14.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
That's a me thing.
I mean, that makes sense.
I would do them bigger if men didn't act like little bitches a lot of the time when you do shit like that.
You know, there are a couple of noses on dudes that I have considered doing a 14 gauge, but I didn't carry 14 gauge horseshoes.
Yeah.
There are definitely schnozzes out there
That needs that bigger jewelry.
Who definitely needs the bigger jewelry, yeah.
Check-ins have improved so much in my relationship. Thank you so much. What?
Read what Zach just said. That was good. I like that.
I'm up. Like I stopped the chat because there were certain ones I wanted to read.
Okay, well, I'll let you get to it.
Okay. Cheyenne said, during arguments, how can I help prevent... Oh, wait, I read that one. Sorry. Jill Pill. Okay, but what if you've set those hard limits with corn and the person gets better at hiding it? I'm sure that's a thing somewhere. I'm sure that it fucking is too. And it says a lot about the character of the man that you're with or woman that you're with, if that's the case. Guys, if they will lie about something small and they will hide small shit, you better fucking believe that they will lie and hide the big shit.
They're going to see how much they can get away with.
Yep.
How much you're willing to accept an apology for.
Jen A said, well, I fired my therapist. I love that. All right. Scrolling down to Zach's comment. I don't see it. Oh, Chris has a rib out. Must be how Peaches was made. Oh.
Right? That was good. That was good.
Oh.
Me gusta. I like it. Picasso.
Amanda Sexton said, subscribe to Patreon and have linked Discord, but I don't know how to access your Discord channel. So if you are on the tier that allows you to have access to Discord and you've linked your Patreon to the Discord, it should auto connect you to the server. And if you see the little chess piece on the side, you click it and it takes you to our server. But it does auto add you if you're on the proper tier. Brooklyn. Hey guys, I'm late to the party. How do you make your SO feel more confident in the bedroom? Like, how do you teach him what you like without making him feel like you're complaining or giving directives? Ooh.
I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally say, I want you to do this.
Yeah. And then we do.
And then we do, yeah. If he can't handle you saying, I want you to do this, and he takes a little ego hit, he's kind of a pussy.
Why would you not want to get feedback? Right?
Right.
We ask for Google reviews to fucking restaurants. You can't get a Google review from your partner because you're afraid your ego's going to get hurt a little bit?
No, tell me what I can do better.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get that. Give me that review, bro. Like, tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost said some really vulgar shit just now. I'm going to rewind and like dial it down. I was about to go to like 14. That knob was about to come right the fuck off, put back on, and turned a little bit harder. So I'm going to take it back down to like 5. Knowing that there could be things that you would enjoy that I am not doing yet, I would fucking want to know what those things are.
Yeah.
So that I can go from our current sex game to an elevated sex game. Yeah. Why would you not want that?
Insanity.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like it. Oh, here's a fun question.
Fun question.
What do you want to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 years for yourself?
For myself?
Yep.
In the next 2 or 3 years.
Somebody's asked this question already. Without repeating each other, what do you want to support the other person to achieve? The second part of that question is a gotcha.
I'm so confused.
So what they're asking is they want to know our individual 2 to 3 year goals that we want to achieve. And then they want to know what we would want to support the other person in achieving without echoing what they're saying. I don't want to help you achieve anything that you're not trying to achieve. Why the fuck would I put in a whole lot of extra work to make you do something that you don't want to do? I'm going to support your goals. Yeah, you tell me what you want. I got you, babe.
I want to support you whenever you want to do whatever makes you happy.
That's it. That's it.
Yes.
That hurt. That sigh of like, fuck.
Yeah.
Hurt.
I'm so sorry.
Levi, $5. My woman is 22 and hasn't been intimate yet and wants to wait. What's your view on that? And how should I go about handling that information? That's a you thing. If you love this woman and she doesn't want to fucking give up her
whatever
sanctuary,
you got to respect that.
Respect that shit.
If that's a problem for you, tell her
or
and
find
walk
someone
away.
else. Yep.
Yeah. If that's a hard line for her and that's something that you're not okay with, don't pressure her. Don't try to get her to jump on board with it.
Right.
Respect it. Say this isn't for you if it's not, and just go on.
Yep. Jody Collins, $6.99. Aisha Lovely Beauty, $1.99. I highly appreciate what you two do. Therapy with a shot of espresso. That is such a hard word for me to say.
Espresso?
Espresso. I always want to say espresso, and I know that there's no X in that word.
Espresso.
Espresso.
Espresso. So I have decided, so starting June 1st, we're doing the women's group. And I have decided I need to lose 20 pounds.
Okay. So we're going to fuck a lot then. You're going to do all the work. It's lots of cardio for you. I won't have to lose the weight.
Okay.
It'll be a whole you thing, and we can both benefit.
We need to do that.
That? I'll do cardio with you at the park anytime you want.
We also have to go shopping. I need to make meal plans.
We'll have to go to BJ's because of that giant pickle jar that they have.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start tracking that and probably vlogging about it.
Why are they typing sanctuary over and over and over again in the chat?
Sanctuary.
I don't get it.
That's where my mind went to.
Such a satisfying sound.
Very nice.
Do you both feel that having your dom sub relationship in the bedroom complement the loving relationship outside of the bedroom? How do you tie it in or balance those two sides outside of the bedroom? It extends outside of the bedroom. It is a way that we live our life in general.
Yes.
But I do believe that there is a extra layer of...
There's an extra layer of, I got you.
Right. There's an extra layer of trust and security and all of that.
There's a connection there that isn't experienced otherwise.
Yep. Furious Almond. Hey, somebody actually drew that and sent it in.
I'm pretty sure that's her.
Oh.
Who drew the Furious Almond.
That shit's funny.
I
the
love
one
that.
looked real mad and the other one looked like a nut.
Yes.
Like an actual ball sack.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're so funny.
Thoughts for someone that views boundaries as rules. They are.
Boundaries are rules.
Typical guy answers, laughing my ass off, supportive husband. I don't get it. Boundaries are rules.
Yes, that is the standard.
Right.
To be in a relationship with me.
Right. And you have to adhere to those rules.
Right.
If you
These are the requirements.
Right. You must be at least this tall to ride this ride.
Yes. Yeah.
How far is your shop from Naples? Like an hour and 30 minutes.
I was saying like an hour 45.
Yeah, it depends on where in Naples. If you're near the interstate, it's not bad. If you're like deep Naples out by the beach, you're probably closer to 2 hours. It was her. It was her that drew the nut.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love it. I love it when people fucking send us artwork.
Oh, me too.
I really do. I think
Yeah.
that's the dopest shit.
I just read the picture again.
Oh.
That makes me so happy.
Amanda Barrett said, how can my husband and I gain healthy weight? He has a very fast metabolism and I have a stomach disorder that's pretty disabling. I'm very sick often and I'm struggling with gaining weight and maintaining. That is medical advice because you have a stomach issue, and me trying to dictate your diet without knowing what's going on with your diet puts me in a very vulnerable spot legally, and I'm not willing to discuss that.
Yeah.
For your man, if he's just got a fast metabolism, he needs to eat a high fat diet.
I was about to say high fats.
Good
Probably
fat.
Where it's at.
Healthy fats.
Not almonds. Fucking
Almonds is a good healthy fat.
avocados.
Avocado too.
Love avocado.
Yep. Chelsea Cooper, $4.99. Just want to say I appreciate you. You have helped my marriage so much. Thank you for all you do. I hope you read my email, even if it's in private. We might. Thoughts on a stay-at-home father and a working mom? We've discussed that quite a bit. Provision just doesn't mean financial. That's
Right.
all, no joke. How would I handle the fact that my girlfriend still talks to her ex-boyfriend and has caused issues with me and her because I know his true intentions with her?
I need you to start over.
What?
I have a hard time retaining when I'm hearing an audio, so I need you to start over, please.
How should I handle the fact that my girlfriend still talks to her ex-boyfriend and has caused issues with me and her because I know his true intentions with her and she just doesn't see what I see?
How long have you been together?
Right. A whole lot of questions there.
Right. If you've been together for 6 months and she's choosing her ex-boyfriend over you, you have no ties to this.
Yeah.
You can literally go, okay, I can see that you guys are still a priority to one another. I'm not okay living my life this way. I'm just going to go ahead and move on.
Yeah. And if somebody's putting somebody else above you anyways, it shows you where they are, where you are in their life as a priority.
Correct.
And that's not a matter of control. If you want to be a priority to somebody, find somebody that makes you a fucking priority.
That's it.
Fat and not protein. Am I doing it wrong? Protein literally means most important. It is the most important building block in your body. Without protein, your whole shit will fall apart. You need protein to survive. Healthy fats will help you gain weight. Here's a really simple way to look at this. You get 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates, 4 calories per gram of protein, and 9 calories per gram of fat. That's universal. Now there's good fats and bad fats. There's good carbs and bad carbs, high glycemic, low glycemic, all of that shit. So if you're going to eat a diet to gain weight because you are naturally a skinny person who has the fucking genetics that I would kill someone for, and you can eat whatever you want to eat an 80-20 lean beef in abundance. You want to cook it in bacon grease. Don't really do that. I'm kidding with that. Bacon grease is not it's so good. But that's
really
not
just
a healthy
enhances
fat.
The flavor of
Right.
everything.
But you want to make sure that you are getting adequate protein, 1 gram to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, but you should be eating fats too. Death's Clan said down 29 pounds from the carnivore diet. Chris, thank you for the tip.
Ooh,
Yep.
good for you.
Peanut butter is a healthy fat. However, peanut butter has a shit ton of sugar in it unless you get a natural peanut butter. Almond butter is a better option. Almonds are a good healthy fat.
Why don't we have almond butter then?
Because it separates. And I don't like
Is it a texture thing? Okay.
It gets slimy, and that layer of oil that sits on top of the peanut butter, looking at it makes my stomach queasy. Because
Okay.
it looks like, I don't know. The whole to try to stir it.
Doesn't do it for
Oh
you.
God, I fucking hate it so much. I hate it so much.
Yep. So starting June 1st, we are going to have super restricted diets.
Okay.
You're probably just going to get barbecue chicken. I'm going to be doing my vegetarian thing.
Babe, I'll eat tuna fish out of a fucking can if that's what it takes.
I
As
know.
long as I don't have to make it, I will eat anything. I don't care.
So I'm going to need $400 or $500 to get meal prep
Okie dokie.
going.
I will eat Atkins meals out of a box.
I don't want
I will eat hot dogs every day, 3 times a day for the rest of my life and get fat as shit from the bread.
I know. That's what I'm trying to avoid doing, but it's so good. I'm going to eat absolute shit for the rest of this week. And then come June 1st, I just have to get my shit back in order.
Jen A said, being a priority would be nice. Jen A, you are a priority to
Yeah, I was
us.
about to say, you know what? Fuck everybody in your life. I want you to know you're a priority to me.
Yeah.
Your opinion matters to me. Your input matters to me. Your mental well-being and your children and your whole life situation, you're important.
Mm-hmm. I would like to say that with the Discord admin, we have a very close group of people in there. Mm-hmm. And I am grateful that all of them are in our lives. Like, truly grateful.
Y'all have no idea.
Yep.
No idea.
The only way I can eat Brussels sprouts is with bacon. I actually really like Brussels sprouts.
Oh my God.
I really do.
Yes.
Yep. I feel deep gratitude to you both. My partner and I are 27 and 28. We both value traditional relationships, but never had healthy relationship examples growing up to learn from. I've showed him the podcast. Where's the rest of that? Must be still typing. I don't see it.
Well, while you're looking for that, I just saw I am Zan said Peaches, I'm struggling too. She is the one who won the B print photo.
That was such a dope picture.
That is a really dope picture. I'm sorry that you're struggling. I don't know what you're struggling with. If it's okay with you, though, I would like to pray for you.
Amanda Barrett said, any good exercises for people with bad backs to help pain and movement?
Isn't like water aerobics the best thing to do for back pain like that?
I don't know, because my spine's fucked up.
Yeah.
And like when the muscles in my back get weak, my back hurts all the fucking time. So like I train my back to keep my back muscles super fucking strong and stiff, because the moment I get flexible and my muscles start to go away in my back, I'm in fucking pain constantly. So that's a me thing. I don't know. It's different. Like people's bodies are doing different things. It's hard to be specific with vagueness. Stir that mac and cheese. If you keep natural peanut butter in the fridge, it helps prevent that separation. PB2 is a good alternative. Meal prep Sunday in Discord. Meal prep Sunday in Discord. Is that a thing? Does anything else gross Peaches out? What grosses you out? That was a very weird statement. I mean, I could say a whole bunch of shit that would make you uncomfortable. I won't, because I just prefaced
Why
it
not
with
go
that.
down the line?
Well, I ruined it already.
Well, let's find out.
No, it's too late. If I would have just done it, the joke would have been there. I could have laughed about it, but I've hyped it up now. It's just
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, things that gross me out. Young children with anything on their hands trying to touch me, I'll panic. Our kids think it's absolutely hilarious to get mud or sticky whatever on their hands and then chase me around. Because I have texture issues with anything being transferred from somebody onto me. It's dirty. Don't touch me. It's gross. No. What else is disgusting? Wet food on plates. If there's a dish in the sink that has food on it and it's wet, I immediately want to throw up. That's unacceptable. Wet socks are disgusting.
Yeah,
The
that triggers
feeling,
me too.
yeah, I absolutely hate it.
I'm not a big fan of wet clothes, period.
What else? When I see any article of clothing randomly in public in a place it shouldn't be.
Like somebody leaves a pair of underwear in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Anybody sloppy in public.
Like intoxicated.
Could be intoxicated.
Poor hygiene.
Poor hygiene. Yeah.
Someone said, I just found your podcast on Spotify, have been playing catch up all week and decided to look at your YouTube and you're live. Lo and behold, y'all are live. Yes, we are.
Welcome.
Welcome. Greetings and salutations. Jen said, aw, thank you. I'm blushing. Brooklyn said, I'll do it with you, Peaches. Hey, would you be willing to post workout routines and schedule that are good to follow? I know, man, we get a lot of that.
If I could have a camera out there going live while I'm working out and still have my music to listen to, I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah Smith said, when you guys diet, do your kids eat the same thing? No.
No.
Our kids are really fucking healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of outside time.
Yep. Our kids are very reminiscent of 80s children, except for it's in the yard. Like, our kids play outside more than most of the children I've actually interacted with.
Really?
Yeah, because we've got an acre of land here that's fenced in, and they go outside and explore, and like you take them on walks, and you go to parks at least twice a week, and like, I read an article the other day that said that the average parent spends less than 40 minutes a day interacting with their child that's not schoolwork.
Yes, it was 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And I have thought about that hard.
Less than 40 minutes, 35 minutes, less than 40 minutes.
Right.
That's insane. That's not even an hour.
That's the drive to their school.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine not spending more than 35 minutes with my kid, like one-on-one quality time.
Yeah.
Crazy to me.
Any advice before a marriage after 5 years together already? Riley Miller. I'm going to say watch episode 12, then episode 13 and 14 of the side piece, because we cover that extensively. I'm so fucking stoked for those to come out.
Yeah.
Yep. Rachel said, thank you all. I've been playing catch up on your pods. I want to email, but want to listen to everything. Don't want to ask something or give example of things already covered. Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to your fucking email because I know that it's not going to be garbage.
Yeah.
I love that. Mm-hmm. Tell me you're working for success without telling me you're working for success. Which church do you watch? Transformation Church on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm eating about 3 pounds of chicken and 6 eggs a day. Dude, I fucking love eggs. And I hate chicken. Oh, do I hate chicken.
You really do hate chicken. Yeah.
I'll eat it. And I'll get to the point where I have to drink it down. There are times that I will take a big bite of chicken, chew it quickly, and take a drink of soda or whatever I have, water, and swallow it down quickly just to get it in my stomach because the texture and the taste of chicken makes me want to throw up. I fucking hate chicken.
So do you want to do beef instead?
I don't care.
I can make you beef.
I'll eat chicken. It sucks. I'd eat liver if you made it. I don't give a fuck. As long as I don't have to cook it, I'll eat it. I'm that easy.
I understand you're that easy. I want to make you happy, though.
Yeah, I would rather do beef.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. What did you guys grow up in any set religion? No, we didn't. And how did you come to believe in God the way you guys do? I have seen too many miracles in life to not believe in God. Simple as that. We actually talk about our religion in Patreon. We have videos dedicated to it. So if you're in Patreon, there are videos that go into depth about that. I would take an hour of just alone time. My babies and I are always together. We overheard an argument on vacation, and the man was saying to his woman, I'm fixing my head. Why can't you do the same and focus on getting your mind right too? Whew. Whew. Whew.
Spitting facts right there.
Fuck. Spending time with my kids is exactly why I homeschool. I was homeschooled K through 12 myself, and I loved it. And you probably got a better education than 99% of the kids in fucking public school systems. Mm-hmm. Were you both religious prior to meeting and getting together? Why is there so much religion conversation all of a sudden? Oh, because you said you were going to pray for Zan. I bet that's why that got brought up.
It could be, yeah.
I was a Christian when I was younger, and I walked away from God, and I came back to God. And she was not religious at all ever, and she is now following God. Mm-hmm. We have our little relationships, so that's our thing. If you guys want to really get into the religion thing, join Patreon, and then get into Discord, because we have all kinds of faith discussions going on in there. There's Bible studies that go on in there that my adopted mom is hosting. Lots of cool shit on Patreon. Kaylee E said, yes, I hate chicken. I cover it in ranch. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of eating clean when you cover it in ranch.
Yeah, that's why I'm not eating chicken, because I'm finding I can only eat chicken when I put ranch on it.
Same.
I'm just going to have to go fucking vegetarian for a little bit.
I can eat chicken when it comes from Buffalo Wild Wings, the adult chicken nuggies, because that's really what the fucking are.
Yeah. And that worked. You were able to lose weight while eating that.
Yep.
That might be your lunch for a few days out of the week.
I'm down. Yep. Allison Carroll, I am so glad I have you guys here to hang out with while I clean. You know how many people say, I love your long format podcast because I can clean while listening and I don't focus on what I'm doing. I just get shit done.
Yep.
Love that. When does episode 24 come out? What is today? Episode
Thursday?
23 just came out, right?
So Monday.
Monday.
This upcoming Monday.
Yep. AJ would be able to tell you that better than me. Oh, he said on Monday. Look at that. It was the very next comment. Ha! AJ's on top of shit. No joke. Me and her have been together for around 7 months, and she tells me they promised they would stay friends, and she puts me first all the time, and I've been open with me wanting respect and for it to end. You have been together for 7 months.
I'm so confused. What's happening?
This is the person that was like, what do you do when your ex is, or when your woman is, or your partner is still friends with their ex, and put your ex first? 7 months?
Oh, no, get out of here.
Yep.
No, that is a massive red flag.
There's nothing wrong with people being friends with their exes.
Right.
We've discussed that at length. Mm-hmm. If you've spent time with somebody and you have a relationship with them, that's dope.
Right.
But when you get into a relationship with somebody, there needs to be a layer of respect there.
Right. You don't have to have daily contact with your ex.
Right.
There doesn't have to be 5 to 6 hour talking sessions every day with your ex.
Right. And if that's the relationship that they have and you're uncomfortable with it, don't be with that person.
I am co-parenting with my kid's father, and I don't even talk to him every day.
Right.
It just doesn't happen.
Right. It's not necessary.
Right.
How can a person in an engagement be okay with their partner messaging individuals behind their back and not informing their partner about those people, asking where they lived, work, if they are single?
Why would you want to be okay with that?
Why? How can a person in an engagement be okay with their partner messaging individuals? Okay, I misread that. I was like, somebody messaging you saying, "Hey girl, what's up?" doesn't fucking faze me at all. I don't even need to know about it. I need to know about it if you're talking to them and engaging in that shit, because that's a different conversation. But why would you want to be okay with somebody going, "Hey, are you single?" Like that. Why would you even ask somebody that if you're engaged?
Right.
Tell me you're looking for a level up or to cheat.
Yeah, no, I would not be okay with that, period. And I'm not going to give you reasons as to why you should be okay with that.
Where's your worth? Self-worth, self-esteem. Des said, I have been changing myself for the better physically, mentally, and spiritually for over a year. My wife of 5 years has not started following my example, and we are growing apart. Any advice?
I'm going to hear that again.
I have been changing myself for the better physically, mentally, and spiritually for over a year now.
Okay.
My wife of 5 years has not started following my example, and we are growing apart. Any advice? Step 1. Implement the check-ins.
I would implement the check-ins. Tread very lightly with how you word yourself in this. If you place blame on her or come across in a way of very noticeable superiority or I'm better than you, she's going to be turned off by the whole idea, the whole premise of it. So you would have to approach this conversation with her in a way of, I would say, I've been trying this and I've noticed that I'm happier in life and I want to share this with you. I want to be happy with you. I don't know how I would approach that conversation.
I would have been approaching it this entire time. Hey, babe, I found this new thing that's making me be a better person. You want to check out this book I read? Hey, check out this podcast. Hey, I'm learning this. Mm-hmm. I would be having those conversations while I'm trying to evolve and trying to drag you along with me. And if it got to the point that you were kicking and screaming, fighting me along the way, I would realize that you are okay being stagnant while I am trying to grow.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. If two people are growing and they're not growing together, they're growing apart.
Correct.
That's all there is to that. You have to now try to find a way to get hobbies and like get back on the same page and make them want to step their game up. And that conversation comes with, what are your goals? What do you want in life? Are you happy with what you have? Do you not want to be more than what you currently are right now? Because I'm not okay with where we're at. I want so much more than what I have for myself. I want to be a good man or a woman. I want to, I want this, and this, and I'm working towards those things. Are you working towards your goals? Or are you choosing to sit stagnant? Those conversations need to happen.
They do.
They need to happen.
Definitely.
I must have missed something about the religion thing. Do you have other people in your Patreon that don't follow your faith? I'm worried I'd be an outsider there. We don't. Go ahead. Because you took a deep breath.
So the Discord is not faith-based.
Nope.
There are
3 private channels for discussions about faith.
Correct. So if you don't want to be part of the religious discussion, you certainly do not have to be. It is not a requirement for you to be part of the community by any means.
Nope.
We do prefer religious, political conversations to stay out of the general chat.
Absolutely.
To avoid people feeling uncomfortable or feeling pressure to be a part of a conversation. I'm sure there are several different faiths within the Discord.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. There's a lot of people that don't have faith like that, and that's okay. It's not.
There are people who have no faith at all.
It's not what we do. We have those forums in there because there are people who share our faith, and we like to have discussions. We like to talk about our faith and our struggles and prayers and things like that. Like it's beneficial. We've created that little bit of community for ourselves, but it is absolutely not a requirement, and it's not even an over theme.
No, it's not.
Like it is a small sub channel in there that you can go in there and talk about if that's what you want to do.
Or if you're curious, want to poke around.
But we damn sure don't force that on anyone.
You can observe. You don't even have to be a part of the conversation. You can just go through and see what people are saying. And if it piques your interest, you can become a part of the conversation. But you don't have to be.
Yep. Court Turner said, I wore the Love Is Not Enough shirt to work today, and 4 different people, parents, strike up conversations about the podcast.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Was it like they knew what the conversation was? Were they just intrigued?
They probably saw the shirt and had to ask a question. Because that's a fucking statement.
It really is, yeah.
Yep. All right, babe, this one's for you.
For me.
Kristen Fritz. How can I show more appreciation to my husband for providing for us besides just recognizing his hard work and expressing my gratefulness? Let me read it again.
Yes.
How can I show more appreciation to my husband for providing for us?
Okay.
Besides just recognizing his hard work and expressing my gratitude.
So you do mean verbally?
Could be.
I'm going to need clarification. How are you expressing it? Are you verbally telling him? Are you taking his boots off for him? Are you just sending him text messages saying thank you? I'm going to need an expansion on that.
Okay.
Oh, yay, Jen's shirt's there.
Zach said, if you are communicating with someone else more than your SO, you need to reevaluate your priorities. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Dude, I fucking love that, dude. I really do. Desk Clan, nothing is forced on anyone in the Discord. If you are interested in the subject, you don't have to do anything. It is an access point for information. Well said.
Yes.
Jen just got home and my shirt is there. Oh, you beat me to that one. Court said, yes, they asked about it, and I had to share the word, even brought up the YouTube channel to show them.
Hell yeah.
Jordan, the guy that makes our t-shirts, gave us a box of 500 business cards. So the next shirt order that we send out will have business cards in it. So you guys can stick them in your wallet. So when people are like, hey, what is that? You can be like, here you go.
Yep, little.
Yep. Kristen said, I verbally express it when he comes home, and I try to do things for him that I know he enjoys. That's a very good start.
Yeah, I would say pay attention to his love languages. I'm always thinking of so one of the ways that I express my love to you is through acts of service.
Right.
So knowing that that is something that you enjoy receiving and it is something that I enjoy doing for you, I'm always thinking of new ways that I can do little acts of service to show you that I love and appreciate your existence. I like to think that me doing that is a very good way to show my gratitude towards you non-verbally.
I don't know if it's a gratitude thing. I will tell you that you doing, okay, I'm going to give you some examples, right? There was a short amount of time where you were on a Starbucks kick.
Yes.
So
I stopped going to Starbucks because there's a lot of carbs in their drinks.
You would bring me Starbucks without asking.
I would, yeah. Banana bread.
Super dope. I love that. I mentioned the club crackers once.
Yes, you did.
And when you came home from the store, you had that specific brand of club crackers that I like. There are things that I have mentioned in just off the wall conversation that you've made a mental note of and have made it a point to acquire those things or to implement those things in our relationship. That shows me the gratitude. That shows me that the nonsense that I spew out of my mouth constantly when we're alone, because I talk a fucking lot to you.
do, yeah.
And it's weird. Have you ever noticed when we're in public, I don't talk like that?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a comfort thing. I know that I can be fucking dumb. Like I can be like, I need it to like put on a football helmet while driving in the car. Dumb. Right?
Right.
And you're not going to judge me for it. So I'm very comfortable just letting it all out. It doesn't faze me. But in all of those ramblings, you make mental notes.
I do.
And the fact that you take the time to make those mental notes, to do those things for me, show me that you appreciate all the things that I do. And then the gratitude on top of that. When you see the things that I have to do in our day-to-day life and you know that I'm fucking stressed out, you make it a point to thank me for it.
I do.
And you don't have to do that. I have to do these things for our life regardless. Those small moments of like, hey, I know you really don't want to do this right now and you're super fucking stressed out, but I love you and you're a good man. I'm not mad anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking ready to walk in this bitch with an attitude and start throwing chairs and slamming doors, but like, my woman's proud of me, bitch. Here's the check. I'm going home.
You're specifically referencing
You know what
the
I'm
other
referencing.
morning, yeah.
And that's how my day went.
Yeah.
I went in there ready to show my ass. I didn't. Here's the check.
Because I sent you that message?
Yeah, because it changed the narrative of my entire morning.
Yeah.
I went in that bitch hostile. I was hostile. That message came through right before I walked through the door.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Talk about timing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Those really small acts of kindness go a long fucking way for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm super hard to shop for.
You are very impossible.
Because when I want stuff,
it's $7,000.
I just go get it.
Right.
That day that you brought that box of club crackers in and set them on the desk, I was like, oh shit! It was a fucking $3 box of crackers, and it made my day. Because you listened. And it's not even the act of the crackers. It was the fact that you heard me say that, remembered it, and made it a point to get it. It was the act behind it. It goes a long way. Why are you smirking at me?
I love you, and I love that you recognize the little things that I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like we missed a super chat. We did.
Did we?
Sierra Webb, I'm working every day on being accountable and trying to work on myself. So grateful I've come across you both. Thank you. Love all of that. Love all of that. I'm scrolling through the comments and there's just a no void symbol, the circle with the line through it. I don't know what that's for. David said, I really want to get a shirt. We still have some of the check-in shirts.
We do.
In abundance, ironically enough. So those are still on the website, tobebetter.co. The Ego Kills Talent shirt is coming out on June 15th. There will be 160 t-shirts, and it will be a limited drop. And we will announce that Thursday night when they go live in the chat. But they will go live some point between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 15th.
Do you want to talk about the shirts I'm signing, or are we going to...
I don't know if I'm going to do that because the cost the cost to profit ratio is so low that it's almost not worth doing.
Gotcha.
Yep. Cerulean Firefly. Starting to recognize this name as it's popping up a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Had episode 23 replaying again in the background before a meeting started in Teams for work today and was unmuted. Coworker listened and then asked for the name to look it up. Accidental shares for the win. I love that.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
That is dope. Oh my God, my back hurts so bad.
How long have we been at this?
Almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up here pretty soon.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
We had a super late lunch today, so we're having a
did.
super late dinner.
That's okay though, because I have a whole lot of shit I have to learn with that camera, and I'm kind of amped still.
Okay, dope. So maybe a bath and knitting's in my future.
I mean, if that's what you want to do,
Knitting while in the bath.
we could order some food and
What?
work off some of this energy.
Okay, and I'm down for nighttime workouts. That's less hot.
Emily said Peaches is stoned.
What, right now?
That's what it says.
No, I'm actually not that stoned. I'm using an old cartridge that's pretty empty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kirsten said, when is the next shirt drop? June 15th.
Correct.
Between 7 and 9 p.m. It'll be announced during the live stream. And we mentioned it in episode 26.
Which we recorded today.
Which will be the Monday of the release, so there will be a reminder of it coming out that Thursday night.
Yes.
And I have to order stickers. I'm probably going to do the fish sticker.
Okay.
Just because I highly enjoyed that. I thought that was fucking funny. Sharing the podcast with our family has changed our conversations. Thank you for everything you guys do. You guys are rad. My phone is dying, so I'm hopping off. Thanks for the therapy. Brandy Porter, thank you for the support. Have a good night. I have a note in my phone of my husband's favorite things, so I can get something once in a while for him as a small surprise when he is at work. We work for the same company, and I get to see his face all day.
So I have a note in my phone. What?
That chick said, damn, I'm sorry. And then she wrote, I certainly am stoned.
So like Paige, I too have a note going of things that you have mentioned in passing.
Really?
That you enjoy,
Okay,
yes.
let's hear them.
No, because I can't ruin the next 2 years of gifts for you.
But I don't even,
No.
Come on.
So one of the things on this list is, it's not really a gift, but it's the grilled cheese with bacon and jalapenos and tomato soup. That's the first thing I ever cooked for you. And that's in my notes. So whenever I know that you need like a comfort meal or you're like having a really rough day and nothing's going right for you, I'm going to make that for you.
Them grilled cheese sandwiches fucking
With the Texas
slaps,
bread.
dude. Jesus. Them
Yeah.
thick Texas toast. I like things thick.
I know.
Mm.
I'm going to make that for dinner tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to hardcore start dieting on June 1st, I want some grilled cheese and homemade tomato soup. I make really good tomato soup.
Cerulean Firefly said, I don't know if my name being recognized is good or bad, but you guys are legit changing my life perspective. Either way, many thanks to you both and the community. Are you in Discord?
I believe she is,
Okay.
yes.
Jen said, okay, that sounds delicious.
So I have notes saved all over my phone. And I have a note that says, shit I've said. And the first thing is, why is Italian food so expensive? Like, do they think they're better than me? It's a thought I've had. Another thought, I want pizza for breakfast. I'm choosing to be chaotic. I really am just my own audience. What are we doing the time change for? Crops? They can't fucking tell time.
Do you really just get stoned and fucking make notes in your phone so that you can go back later and have your profound thoughts while sober?
Sometimes, yeah, I do.
That's funny.
Yes.
Justin Tackett said, have you ever thought about doing the Egos Kills Talent hard hat stickers? I don't know if there's a difference between a hard hat sticker and a vinyl sticker, but we have had those stickers and we sent a bunch of them out in the very first shirt order.
Zach said, welcome to Peach's sit-down comedy debut.
Monique said, will you have 3X shirts? We actually ran out of 3X shirts on the last order. We will have 4X this time and 2X. I have to get with Jordan and have him order more 3X shirts, but because of the price break at 1,000 shirts, we went ahead and ordered 1,000 of actually these shirts, this shirt material. And with all of the shop shirts and everything, we ran out of the 3X very quick. That was an oversight on my part. I didn't realize that was going to be such a popular size. A whiteboard that goes on the fridge, and I leave my wife sappy messages for the morning.
Oh, I love that.
I wrote you an I love you note once and set it next to your coaster on the table.
Yes.
And it sat there for like 3 days before you saw it. And I was like, damn, she didn't ever mention it. And you came in, you were like, what is this? And I was like, it's been there for like 3 days. And you're like, I just noticed it.
I was crying.
And it's taped to your monitor.
It is taped to my monitor. You're correct. I even dated it.
Salty sent us $4.99 and didn't say anything.
I love that name though. Salty. What else have I made notes of in here? Ooh, I have a recipe for twisted bacon. So you take the bacon, you cover it with brown sugar, cayenne pepper, you twist it, and you bake it at 400 for 40 minutes, and it's like candied bacon twists.
Here's a question that we've never been asked.
What's that?
AKA Bait said, how do you feel about people reselling your merch when you release such small drops? I don't think that's a thing. And if it is a thing, I gotta be honest, I don't care. It's kind of shitty because it means that somebody else is paying a higher price because they weren't able to get to it. But we've also not sold out of everything in minutes. It's been like 24 hours. People have opportunities, plenty of time to buy the shit. But once you buy something, it's yours. What you do with it is really... I mean, if you can find somebody that's willing to buy a fucking t-shirt for more than you paid for the shirt, get your hustle on. I don't know. Like that's... If you were making our products and selling them, I would have a problem with it.
I would also have a problem with that. Also, if people are purchasing anywhere other than our website, you're choosing to do that.
Right. Yep. Clarissa said, my husband just got home and sat down in front of the live. What's up, Clarissa's husband?
Clarissa's husband, welcome to the chat.
Bacon pancakes.
Making bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Somebody has to recognize that.
Alice in Wonderland said, you guys saved my marriage. Love you from Australia.
Welcome from Australia.
Australian Firefly is in Discord. She sent us a new $2 super chat. Salty sent us another $1.99. Said, love y'all's podcast. Been learning a lot. I love that. I love that you guys get benefit from this. We had somebody on the Monday premiere, the day before the premiere went live, and shit on us hard in the comments. And it was like, don't listen to these fucking grifters. They don't have letters after their names. They're not professionals. They're just dumbasses giving their opinions and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I mean, that's been our disclaimer since the beginning. It literally has it like the first 15 episodes of the podcast that we're not professionals, that this is just unbiased opinions.
What does
blah, 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 blah,
mean?
Blah. It just, they were just trying to be negative.
But what does that mean? Like,
by definition.
How is that supposed to be insulting me?
A person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. So we're swindling people. Yeah.
I need you to read that definition to me one more time.
A person who engages in petty or small scale swindling.
Small scale.
Yep.
So we have almost 1 million followers on TikTok, and I don't feel like that's small scale.
I don't either. Well, between the two of us, it's more like 1.5.
So it's not small scale.
No.
Also, I would say what we're speaking on is less petty and just more logical.
Right.
And isn't swindling taking money unbeknownst to somebody, like scamming them?
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like we're pretty up forward, even with like the affiliate links with things to the Amazon.
Yep. People just get salty.
I would insult me with something that's accurate. I would really welcome like a very intelligent insult.
Yeah.
I would honestly be fairly impressed.
Yeah, I just block the dude. I don't have time for that. When I see negative shit from people, I just block them.
It doesn't bother me. I don't.
Yeah.
People say what they say. I'm indifferent to comments now.
Yeah. Deanna said, Peaches makes my days better. She makes me laugh.
Me?
Yep. That's you. You are Peaches. What is a good way to do PDA?
Wow. My mind went to something that would get us a felony. Not PDA. So PDA, I would say, is, say you guys are standing in line to get your movies at the ticket theater. He puts his hand on the small of your back. Simple little gesture, PDA. If you guys are sitting, like we go to Cinebistro, we sit at the bar, put your hand on his knee. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm at
You're fucking filthy.
I'm at a 14 again. I'm turning it back down to 5. Yep.
Simple forms of PDA. Ooh. Zeke, if you can give me an intelligent insult, I want to hear it. Roast me in the comments right now.
So we got a super chat, but before I read the super chat, I want to read this, and then I want you to answer it, but I'm gonna give my opinion afterwards.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on faith and also being a pothead? I was raised that weed is bad.
Well, I have faith and I am a pothead. I don't know. I'm not unproductive when I smoke. It helps me regulate my emotions to be a productive adult. When I don't smoke, that's when I am laying on the couch and not getting anything done with my life.
Right.
So when it comes to marijuana, the issue I see with it is when you are sitting on the couch and you don't have a job and you're mooching.
Right. I don't see that as a faith thing, though.
I don't see it as a face thing either. But
So with faith, and I could be wrong, I'm almost positive that the only reason that weed is a bad thing is because it's against the law and you're supposed to follow the laws of man to be like a good Christian or whatever. I don't think that weed in the Garden of Eden was the forbidden fruit that God said, don't eat me. I truly don't believe that that's the case. If God, in all of his knowing, made a plant that can be used as medicine to take care of us, the way that he has created food to take care of us, because food was saw as medicine for a very long time, why are we going to go, you can't do that?
Right.
God created it. He put it here. Don't do that. Instead, take this chemical, this pill that fucks with your brain, because we can say that this is legal and it's okay for you to have. That's where my issue in all of that is. I don't believe that there's a reason to not smoke. I personally don't smoke because it gives me anxiety and panic attacks. But I use cannabis in other ways, creams, ointments, things like that for my back and other things like that. And I, at one point, was a big pothead. I don't think that the issue is that weed is bad. I think it's because it's against the law where you live, you're not allowed to have it. You want to talk about things that are fucked up. Alcohol does a whole lot more to your body than weed does. It's
it really does, yeah.
And Mary at the wedding was like, Jesus, I need you to turn us these 5 barrels of water into wine so that everybody here can continue to celebrate. So it's okay to get fucking drunk, but it's not okay to smoke? Come on.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Don't believe that. What does that say? What does that say about our God, right? Like, there's a party happening right now. We're talking barrels. 1 or 2 barrels would have been sufficient. No. All right, guys. Watch this.
5 of them.
Yeah. Yep. Jaquisa Thompson said, I've been watching for a while now, maybe 4 months, and my husband watches too. He downloaded and sent the check-in PDF to me so we can do our first one. Keep it going.
I love that. I love that he initiated it.
Fucking me too. I would love to have a follow-up email sent to us. If you guys do the check-in and you are comfortable sharing your story, send an email to BeBetterCo@gmail.com titled update from check-in or something along those lines so that we know it is a check-in reading so that we can discuss it and maybe we'll read it on a pod.
Zeke isn't going to roast me because he thinks it's going to hurt my feelings.
Oh.
I've always wanted a roast. You know how people would do that on TV, like the roast of whoever. For like my 25th birthday, I wanted to have a roast, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Ray Leah said, y'all are helping me in my relationship so much. Cannot thank y'all enough.
You're welcome.
Guys, we're getting close to the end of this. The PDF is on the website for those of you who want to see the PDF. Our website has a PDF. It also has a link to the actual check-in video, so it's all there. You don't have to search for shit. We have the kids check-in on there. We have the book list on there. tobebetter.co. You know that I found tobebetter.com is for sale, and I was going to buy it, but it's $3,000 for a fucking domain name that should be $6. Because somebody found it, bought it, thought it would be a cool thing to have, and they held on to it. And now that we have a business that's thriving, the fucking domain is for sale.
We should have bought it when we first had
It wasn't for sale then either. It was but it was like $1,300 or $1,400, and I couldn't justify that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure this was going to do anything. There's a strong possibility that I may have to buy that domain.
I think so too, yeah.
Michaela Johnson, can you read my email if I still sent $50, $1.99?
Tonight?
Are we talking about tonight, or you want to? I mean, we can expedite it and read it tomorrow and get it uploaded tomorrow for sure. But we've been on the live now for almost 3 hours. You're not going to get us at our best.
No.
If you would like to send that $50 super chat and the name of the email, I will absolutely pull that bitch up and we will read it tomorrow because we have time tomorrow. You'll get fresh brains.
Hang on, what's tomorrow?
Friday. As far as I know, we don't have anything going on tomorrow.
We have to finish episode 26.
Right, but we only need like 30 or 40 minutes for that.
Okay.
Before you send that super chat, you need to know that if your email is heavily laden with SADV or child abuse, we will not read that shit.
Correct.
Haley Johnson said, so on the alcohol thing, just a little fun fact, in biblical times, wine was 1% to 2% alcohol, and it was used because water was unsafe to drink in many areas. That's because people didn't understand that you needed to boil water
right
to clean it. That's actually why cowboys drank whiskey and beer so much, because it was the same thing. If you drank water, you would fucking die of dysentery. Michaela Johnson said, yes, sir. I'm assuming that was... Yep. Also send all the details. Yeah, we need the details. Peaches and Chris, I had an idea for a side piece, escorts.
What about escorts?
That's somebody is going through that, or maybe it's them that's going through that had a boyfriend that was paying for escorts. And I can tell you, as somebody who owned escort services, there's infidelity happening there. That's not an okay thing. If your person is paying for escorts, they're cheating. There's not a reason for a side piece. That's not okay. Michaela Johnson, 4 years wasted. Let me find that right now and move it to where it needs to go.
I'm confused. He's paying for escorts?
Yeah.
Isn't escorts prostitutes?
No. Oh, she just sent the email. Dope. Starred. Move to cherry picked. Wrong button. What am I doing? Come on, Chris, get your shit together. Cherry picked. Bam. Done. All right. We will get that done and uploaded tomorrow. Yes. Yes and no. Legally, no. Legally, escorts are a legal business. I like your hair like that. Very, very Peg Bundy.
Thank you.
When you have men who make stupid amounts of money that are not married and are going to a business deal with a businessman who is married, and family means a lot, you would hire an escort to have a woman of stature on your arm for the dinner to make it appear that you're a family man.
Oh, I remember
it's a
you
hustle.
talking about this, yeah.
However, that's not what escorts are. Escorts now are paid fucking...
high-end prostitutes.
Right. Yep. Guys, I think that we're getting ready to call it a night. If you guys are really enjoying what we're doing, for the love of God, watch tomorrow's episode.
Yeah.
It goes live at 9 a.m. It is called Side Piece Episode 12 Dating. It is one of the best episodes that we have recorded this entire time. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy what we are doing with the side piece.
Me too.
I love that you guys are signing up on Patreon and supporting us. The Discord community is doing its thing. We will go ahead and read that $50 super chat tomorrow and get it up onto the YouTube channel. So be on the lookout for that. It will be a standalone video. It'll just be a one-off read. Get it uploaded. It could be 15 minutes. It could be 5 hours, however long it takes. But that's that. So with that being said, you got anything else you would like to add?
No, just thank you guys for being here. The support means everything. Every one of you appreciate it, and none of this would be possible without you guys being here.
Yeah.
We would not be sitting here doing a live if you guys weren't here participating in it.
Yep, I agree. Or you can see OBS over there?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. Watch this, babe.
Bye, guys.